Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you. It is Packers versus Falcons, week 2. Getting ready for this matchup here. We got the TVs on. We got everything ready to go. Getting ready for this week 2 matchup. Of course, the big news of the day would be the injury-related news for those Green Bay Packers. By now, I'm sure you all know Christian Watson out, Aaron Jones out, and then the surprise, yet a logical surprise, would be one David Bakhtiari inactive today. And here's the thing, like, I've been a pretty staunch defender of David Bakhtiari for quite a while now. I get it. I talked about how he very well might be out for this game, but it's still like now there's questions in the air. But is he ever going to play on turf? Is he going to miss 5 games this year, just the turf games? Or does this have something to do with, as Andy Herman pointed out earlier, the fact that this is the first Packer game within the 3 in the next stretch of 12 days, which is a lot of football, especially for someone in David Bakhtiari's position. So just all things to keep in mind. I mean, do think that it may not be as simple as the turf. Like, he's just not going to play on turf ever. It may be more complex than that. It may be the fact that he doesn't want to play on this particular type of turf, or maybe it's not up to him. Maybe it's up to the medical staff, because the medical staff doesn't want him to go on this particular type of turf. I don't know. We just can't know. We'll have to see what Matt LaFleur says in the postgame. That's going to be the really first opportunity we have to hear any type of details about what's going on with David Bakhtiari. And I'm sure it has something to do with the turf, because by all accounts, he didn't have any setbacks this week. So here we are. So hello to everyone out there. I see Don is here, like Cabos. Welcome back to you. Chris Hand, embrace the chaos. Yes, so we are ready for week 2. Welcome, everyone. Just waiting now on kickoff for Packers versus Falcons. You know, like I was saying before, there's lots of different turf types in the NFL. The ones that the Atlanta Falcons are playing on today in their stadium is the exact same type of turf that happens to be at the stadium that Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. So maybe that has something to do with it. Like I said, I don't know. We're just going to find out after the game. We may not find out even then. Like, this is going to take a while to develop. We're not going to get all that many details, I'm sure. This is just going to be a thing all year long. And this is the price that the Packers have to pay at this point, it appears, to have an all-world left tackle. So, hello, David. I see you in the comments as well. For those of you wondering where my partner in life, partner in pod is, Claudia, you can see the space right next to me is empty. She's going to be getting here hopefully for like the second half. But she had some other stuff today. She had to go to like her job. So she'll be here a little bit later, just joining us partway through. So I'm very, very sorry. The visual for you is not as appealing as it normally is. I apologize. So let's see. Chris saying number 90, Van Ness even had a sack last week too. Yes, he did. A beautiful one, chasing down Justin Fields, who very, very few edge defenders in the NFL have proven able to do so. That was hugely promising. And the cool thing with LVN is, like, the more you watch him, the more it's just kind of clear. Like, he is just pure athleticism and not a whole lot of technique yet. And that's exactly as he was billed coming out of the draft, right? I mean, like, hyper athletic, needs to work on secondary moves, needs to develop this, and that's exactly what he looks like. Hyper athlete who's just running around out there. And I mean, it is fun to watch. Commando saying, let's start this game strong. Yeah, we're going to have to, right? The offensive game plan is something I was thinking about, because I even talked about in the pregame show, like, okay, you're missing Aaron Jones. That's one thing. You got Watson back. You know, you can go vertical that way. Or, Watson's out, but you got Jones. All right, then you can operate much the same game plan that you did last week, right? Oh, both are out. Okay. Well, if both are out, then we're probably just going to have to rely on the trenches, make it more of a down and gritty type game. A lot of your dynamic playmaking is gone. So let's get down and gritty and just make sure we win in the trenches. Oh, David Bakhtiari's out. Oh, the trenches picture is different now. Oh, ultimately the Packers offensive line should still be fine. Rasheed Walker has looked tremendously capable any chance he's been given this year. But still, I mean, they now are losing someone in nearly every phase of their offense, from trench to wide receiver to backfield. It's a lot to overcome, and I'm sure Matt LaFleur is going to be going deep into the playbook today. I do think a good key, though, is, I don't want to say adapting like a Falcon style offense, but a lot of quick, high confidence throws for Jordan Love. Get that ball out fast. And it's not even because the Falcons may be coming for him. I mean, get the ball into your receivers, because it's going to be tougher to go vertical today without Watson. It's going to go tougher to do extended plays without Bakhtiari. And it's even going to be tougher to throw out of the backfield with no Aaron Jones. So like, everything's just tougher. So open up some easy things. I think that's going to be a massive key for the Packers to get going. David saying, I'll be back for the second half. I know everyone tunes in for Claudia. I'm sorry. She'll be here later. Okay. I get it. I get it. I'm just not pretty. And Steven saying, oh no, the better half is met. All right. It's fine. She'll be back later. Okay. She had to go to your job. So, and I announced last week that this was going to be the case. So bugger off. But yes, for about the first half, you get just me today. No partner in life, no partner in pod. Claudia is at work. So let's get this game going. Also, if you happen to notice, hopefully it's more in line with your TV. We talked last week, if you were here last week, about adjusting some of the settings during our first watch party to hopefully not have such a delay between what you're seeing on the Gamecast and what we're doing. We did mess with those settings, and hopefully it's a little bit better for week 2. I don't know. We'll find out. I can only have you tell me if things are better or not. So Thomas Ott saying, I'm hoping for a heavy dose of Wilson. Yeah, especially with activating Patrick Taylor too. It's going to be super interesting to see the running back breakdown. You know, I've been talking all week about how like AJ Dillon seems to operate better as a lead back, where he gets more carries, more into a regular rhythm. So are they going to allow him to do that today? Or are they going to have Wilson just assume the Jones role and keep Dillon doing what he's doing? I don't know. We're going to find out. But here is kickoff. Hello, Janella. See you in the comments too. And that is a touchback. So let's get this thing going. Let's go. It is time. This has been a long week, y'all. It's time for week 2 of football. Packers, Falcons. There's J Love. There he is. I did see of note that with David Bakhtiari out, the expectation, which we'll find out real shortly here, is that Rasheed Walker should just be plugged in at left tackle for Bakhtiari. We will find out. So let's see. Steven saying Wilson will be good to see him, especially home try at number 1 defense. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. We're going deep. We're going. Oh, and Wicks, the receiver, down the field, and Wicks gets just mugged down the field. I have a feeling that's going to be on Atlanta. Let's see. What a way to start. I mean, hey, if you're missing your vertical threat and your dynamic running back and your left tackle, that's one way to do it. Just chuck it down the field, make the Falcons get a penalty. Wow, break it out. I said Matt LaFleur would be emptying the playbook, and yeah, by golly gee, Willikers, a flea flicker, I played him for 1. Just absurd stuff from Matt LaFleur so far this year. And a handoff to Dillon, who just runs into more bodies. They've got to get him some lanes. Speaking of which, I mean, they have to run block better on the whole this week than they did last week if they're going to get the run game into a rhythm, especially without Jones. So Chris saying, I don't mean to bring up old dirt from rocks, but I'm still shocked about Aaron Rodgers. Oh, you old Chris. Yeah. I don't know. I hope he makes a recovery, but you don't hope for his career to end that way. And of course, very selfishly for the Packers, of course, we know what that means draft pick wise, that they're now in the second round. So just, I don't know, bad all the way around. Here we go. 2nd and 7 for Love. He's dropping back, fakes to Dillon, and throws to nobody over the middle. Looked like, I think, like did Musgrave just not look for the ball? That certainly was going to Musgrave. But that must have been a timing issue. And Peter's here. Hi, John. Go Pack Rope from Bordeaux, France. My son is a Falcons fan. Oh, our house is going to be divided tonight. Peter, you got to talk to your son. Like he's got to be converted. A Falcons fan in France. Come on, at least go for the history and the tradition of the Packers. Come on. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7 now for Green Bay. Pretty quickly, and we got stuff. We got bodies moving. Yeah. False start. Somebody done did it. Rashid Walker. Fill it in for David Bakhtiari, and maybe a little too excited. Maybe the noise got to him. Maybe, I don't know. So my overall approach to this game in totality, when you're missing Watson, Jones, Bakhtiari, it's, I guess I'm going to say simple football. Defensively, keep the ball carrier in front of you, square up, bring them down. Holy goodness. All right. Bat it up and down and complete. And then offensively, get the ball out. Get the ball out fast. Get the ball into your playmakers on the outside and let them try to find room. There's not a lot about the offense that I completely trust right now. Looks like that was a screen, probably to Jaden Reed. Looked like he was on that side, but yikes. So in comes Anders Carlson, looking to maintain his perfect start to the season after drilling in the 52-yarder last week. And play clock ticking down. For what purpose? How do you do? It was a delay of game on a field goal? Why? What did you do? It was a 50. That wasn't planned, I don't think. Unless they were just trying to get him to jump, but it was 4th and 7. What's the point? Okay, I don't understand what just happened. I gotta say that I do not understand what just happened. But we go from trying a 51-yard field goal, getting a delay of game, to now punting with Daniel Whelan, and he just sky kicks that, and it goes into the end zone. What in the sweet freakity frick just happened? I don't get it. Carlson's got the leg for 51, so I test that crap. Like, why? I don't think the delay of game was purposeful, because just to get him to jump, like for what? To get to 4th and 2 to make it a 46-yard field goal? Carlson can hit from 51. He did it last week outside. He can certainly hit this 51 inside. And then, like, did you just get slow? I don't know. That was just straight up odd. I don't understand what in the world just happened. So let's check up on a couple of comments here. Chris saying Reed is back from injury. That's good from last week. Yeah, turns out it was just some minor cramping for Reed in spite of how bad it looked, but he's fully good to go. That was very surprising. Derek saying, I got to find myself a Packers bar here in Vegas. You're in Vegas. You going to the Raiders game in a few weeks? Be really cool. Commando, not the start I wanted. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Commando. After getting like a 40-yard penalty from a pass interference, and then just to completely crap the bed, and then that heinous series of events to not get any points from, I don't know. LaFleur got to get asked about that in postgame. Big Papa Penguin, then a bad punt. What a weird series of events. Yeah, Matt needs to start handling these things better on him, in my opinion. Yeah, if it was just late that field goal was getting out there, why? Like the play before was 3rd and 7, and you knew it was going to be like a 51-yard field goal. Why is the field goal team not at the ready? They absolutely should be. So they can run out there the millisecond that 3rd down play is done. I feel like I'm just missing something. It's so obvious. What the hell just happened? I don't know. And yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, communication, transitions, all that stuff, at the end of the day, falls on Matt. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Steven saying messed up start not good, especially after the play on the passing game. Yeah, right. Like you're gifted. Like you're gifted like a 40-yard penalty, and then you do nothing with it at all because you can't get your field goal squad lined up. I don't know. It was weird. If this is a close game, we are going to go back to that sequence of events and point to that and say that might have done it. So Desmond Ridder now out for the Falcons. Hey, folks who were here last week and this week, can you just leave a comment? Tell me if is the transition time better? Am I closer to your game cast now? How are we doing? Let me know in the comments so I can see if I need to futz with more settings for next week and see what we got. London moving down the field a little bit. And London officially has more catches than he had last week with that completion. So I won't be shocked at all for the Falcons if a point of their game plan today is to get the ball to Drake London. Like, I mean, last week, Ridder threw the ball 18 times and completely failed at getting the ball to their number one receiver. I wouldn't be shocked at all if it's a point this week when Ridder throws that he makes it to London. And say, ooh, someone gets bent backwards, and that looks to be a first down for the Falcons. Okay, Big Papa Penguin, you're like 30 seconds behind me. Okay. Hopefully that's at least improved from last week. I think I've got all of the settings that I can do in YouTube cranked as far as I can get to at least like align the timing as close as I can get. So hopefully it's good for you guys. Thomas saying, it's early, guys. Let's not panic. I'm more just in distress about what the freak just happened. Overall for the game, I feel fine. But like, what happened? I don't get it. Ridder. Whoa! Yes. The pressure gets to Ridder. He throws an air ball, and Rasul Douglas comes down with the ball. Interception, Green Bay. Another gifted chance for the offense. Hopefully we could do something this time. But yes, beautiful Rasul Douglas with his first interception of the year. And who is it that got to Ridder? Is it Kenny who gets there? Yeah, boy, Kenny. And we talked about it. Atlanta's offensive line did not do well protecting Ridder last week on his 18 dropbacks. Especially Derek Brown, the interior defensive tackle for Carolina, made the interior of Atlanta's O-line look silly at times last week. Kenny Clark has the ability to do the same. So, thing of beauty right there to get the ball back to Green Bay, starting off at the 40. All right, so J Love in there, single back, Dylan behind him, two receivers off to the side. Dylan with a few yards. Thomas saying, no, it's off. Yeah, based upon the timing of your comments, I have a feeling it is. Sorry, Thomas. Hopefully it's at least passable for most people. I am sorry about that. Chris saying, if it makes you feel better, I was playing Madden last night and I threw a pass to my receiver on a drag route and the game had the ball at least 5-10 feet away from my receiver and my face froze. I don't know. I normally get Madden every year as soon as it comes out. I did not get Madden this year. And based upon what I've seen a lot of reviews of, I don't feel bad about it. Emmanuel Wilson getting the ball. Cripes. Emmanuel Wilson getting the ball and losing yardage on the halfback toss. Not exactly the best first career carry for Wilson, and not exactly his fault at all, as there were a number of Falcons right around him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they just straight up got beat. Musgrave got kind of beat inside there, and Wilson never stood a chance. Holy, speaking of getting beat, Love goes down. Caden Ellis, the linebacker for the Falcons, led the team in tackles last week for them. Had 7 tackles off the top of my head for the Falcons last week against Carolina. Here becoming impactful in the pass game on third down. Oh, my word. No one blocked him at all. Okay. That's curious. This is not the start we wanted offensively. We can say that with some kind of some kind of certainty at this point. 4th and 22, so Daniel Whelan in for the punt. And yeah, fair catch at about the 26, 27. Falcons going to be taking over there. Thus far, not a good start for the offense. Not one iota. The most success that they've had so far is because of a penalty. And that's being after, like, on the first drive, they got gifted that 45-yard penalty. Not that it wasn't a penalty. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, getting like 40 yards on penalty is quite helpful to your offense. And now here you get a turnover and you turn it into nothing. Falcons going to start with the ball on the 26. I don't know. Let's get some quick movement going. I want to see some slants. I want to see some quick completions to the quick guys. And that's not the game we're playing right now. So defensively, we'll have to see if they can keep up with Ritter, do it again, or we're going to change it up. But there you have it. Eventful and not, all on the same token, to start off this game. So, Big Papa Penguin saying, "Didn't fear. I'm pretty confident that it's a catch, anyways, and maybe even a bigger play." Yeah, I think you're right. And I don't mean to minimize that. I'm just saying, like, offensively, your very first snap goes for 40, and it was a deserved penalty, even if it were completed. Great, like, you've got 40. Your second play is now in excellent position, and you don't get anything out of it. So, like, I'm not meaning to sound over negative or that 40 yards was gifted. It was well warranted. It's just, I'm sure Matt LaFleur is quite frustrated that they were able to accomplish that through penalty or completion and then walk out with 0 points because of some kind of special teams miscommunication or something happened to not get any points there. I've been feeling Matt LaFleur is quite upset with himself. So, and then drive 2, like, I don't ultimately have many issues with it. Like I was saying, I probably would have done some quicker stuff to get the ball out, but it's going nowhere. So the Packers got to reverse that trend fast. This is going to be a tighter game without those three. So let's see. Steven's saying, gonna have to pee for the F-ot. Steven, you lost me. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. All right. Falcons now starting off with the ball on the 27 is where they're going. Bijan on a nice little toss, gaining a couple as Jair shoves him out of bounds with some nice passiveness. Chris saying, do you know Douglas contract with the Packers by chance? Speaking of his name, Rasul initially re-upped on a 3-year contract. So he was initially brought in from the practice squad, or signed from the Cardinals practice squad, and then signed a 3-year deal his first offseason with Green Bay. I believe, I can look it up in a minute, but I believe this is year 2 of the 3 years. So he has the rest of this year and next year under contract. Then he would be a free agent. I'm pretty certain that that's where we are in Rasul's contract. Oh, Kenneth Walker, I got him on a couple fantasy teams. Hey, all right, cool. Certainly rooting for the Seahawks to win, to pile down the Lions in the standings. And hey, if they do it with the players that I have in fantasy, oh, the power to them. I'll take it all day long. Here we go. Ritter in shotgun, 3rd and 7, dropping back and pressure. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, got the ball. Okay, so that was Preston, who came in like a missile on the blitz. But yeah, wow. Jonnu like plucking that just above the dirt for a completion and a big 3rd and 7 conversion for the Falcons. That's huge to give them a new set of downs. Dang. And a handoff. Yeah, gaining a couple for the Falcons. Gaining a couple. By the way, I talked in the pregame video about how they were expecting Cordarrelle Patterson back today. And they he had no game designation. He wasn't questionable. He wasn't probable doesn't exist, but he wasn't questionable. He wasn't doubtful. He was nothing. Like it looked like he was going to be back. And then all of a sudden they announced the inactive list today, and Cordarrelle Patterson was inactive. They decided that it weren't ready for him to go yet. So back to just Bijan and Tyler Algier in the running game for the Falcons. Speaking of Algier, he finds a lane and takes it for a first down. First down, Falcons. P for the D a lot today because our O seems to not be so good today from Steven. They need their heads screwed on better. Kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Ay. Even mailed him pics if possible, sure. Oh, Steven. Oh, you guys. All right. Yeah. Speaking of Tom, he is one person who I have yet to meet, but someday. Whoa! That's gonna be incomplete. Trying to go to Kyle Pitts. Throw is too high from Ritter, and Rudy Ford making sure that wasn't going to be complete. All right. Now, 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. 7:56 to go in the first quarter. Well, it's kind of nice. I haven't had to change the bottom ticker on the line yet. That's a plus. Second and 10 for the Falcons. They got Jonnu moving in motion and play action as LVN's in pursuit. And complete to Jonnu as Quay shoves him out of bounds. Couple yard gain there for the Falcons. 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and 3 for the Falcons is where that got marked. Falcons trying to break the scoreless tie about halfway through the first. Yeah, 2 rushing yards for the Packers so far and -11 passing yards. That is not the way you win football games. Ritter dropping back 3rd and 3. Yep, squirts his way out of the pocket. First down for the Falcons. Again, less than ideal. But, I mean, yeah, quality play by Ritter. Like, the pocket was going around the outside. He stepped up the middle, and it's a first down every day of the week, unless you've got an inside linebacker spy, which obviously the Packers did not on that snap. So, first down Falcons. They are getting closer and closer to scoring territory now as they're sitting on the 30. Yeah, a whole bunch of movement going on there. I mean, good tackle by Darnell. Yeah. I mean, Pitts made the catch, and then, like, on this little soft slant, and then Darnell made sure that he was not going to fall forward. Nice tackle by Darnell. Yeah, right on. Stopping Kyle Pitts right where he caught the ball. Nice work. 2nd and 1 now for the Falcons. Well, Bijan in motion, going to the right side of the field, and then catching the ball on a sweep. A smooth, silky smooth play by the Falcons there. And all they needed was about a yard, and they get that on the completion of Bijan on a kind of sweep to the right. So Falcons just, they're clipping along now with some quick passes. And yeah, Packers appeared to be at first glance in zone there, which means they loaded up on the right side with the motion from Bijan, left more offensive players than defensive players, which is generally an ingredient for a completion, and they only needed a yard. So there you have it. That's what we call a first down. And then with the fake handoff option style thing, Ritter is no Justin Fields. but Ritter is a mobile quarterback. Like, I know he's not billed as like some Mike Vick, like Dante Culpepper type, but he can move. And he showed it right there. Savage again, finishing the play nicely. Falcons getting closer and closer and closer. 2nd and 1 now for the Falcons. Yeah, they get a first down at the 1 yard line. So 2nd and 1 for the Falcons. And in shotgun, incomplete. Incomplete to Pitts, but we got a flag on somebody. Somebody did something. Looks like they're going to call this on Rasul. Yeah, that's going to get called on Rudy Ford. Rudy Ford kind of held up his jersey a little bit there. It's not exactly the most egregious penalty, but like, yeah, he held the jersey. You can't do that, Rudy. That's a no-no. So Janelle saying very weak call. Yeah, I mean, it's the jersey tug. That if you tug enough, that'll get you every time. Oh, and we got a flag. Ritter rolling out right. Incomplete. Ritter is showing a tendency to overthrow stuff, especially when targeting Kyle Pitts today. And that's impressive. Kyle Pitts is a huge human being. Packers may need to keep that in mind. Oh. Pitts shoving some dudes in the end zone. Refs make you sure you watch that too. Don't just watch Rudy Ford tugging on jerseys. Sure you watch Pitts shoving people. 2nd and goal on the 1. Handoff to Bijan. Oh! Who is stopped at what? Like the half-yard line? I like that. Huge goal line stand for Green Bay. Yeah, nice. They didn't allow him to advance at all. Beautiful job for Green Bay. All right, 3rd and goal. Hey, last week, Green Bay stopped 2 3rd and 4th situations for Chicago. Oh. Yes! Yes! They get after Ritter, who did play action, and he throws it to no one. Incomplete. We got 4th and goal. Oh, what a stand. 1st and goal on the 1 for the Falcons. And the Packers at least get them to 4th down. Are the Falcons going to go for this? Oh, there was nobody there, Ritter. That's a shame. 4th and goal. Yeah, they're going for this. 4th and goal on the 1. 4th and goal on the 1. In shotgun, looks like Algier back there with him. Oh. We got bodies moving before the ball. What are we calling? Oh, one ref says false start. Have your little powwow, figure out. Yes, false start. The Falcons back them up. Oh, man. Steven, you are sticking to this, man. B for the D, flow for the O, time to let's go. Go back, go. Steven. I like it. All right, here we go. And yeah, so that penalty quickly changed the mind of the Falcons. Rather than going for it on 4th, they fall back 5 yards, do the field goal, and hey, there we go. Janelle saying at least they held them out of the end zone. Yeah, Janelle, I'm very much with you there. Like, I'm at a loss for words. It's a negative that they allowed the Falcons to work down the field so easily, right? Like the Falcons took over with the ball in the 26, and then they progressively got down the field, just death of 1,000 paper cuts style almost. But to get 1st and goal on the 1, and for the Packers defense to stand tall and only give up a field goal, yes, that is a win. That I can say with absolute certainty. So let's go in here. Just need to change my ticker as the Falcons are now up 3-0. There you go. Oh, it's back. Yeah, Chris Hand with laughing. And the Kettle's saying someone's hot mic got caught having an opinion on the false start. Ooh, that sounds juicy. What was it like, Cowboys? Was it one of the refs gossiping, giving their opinion of what the Falcons O-line did? I want to know. I want the deets. Well, yeah, I mean, like we were saying, after that drive by the Falcons, which frankly was a high-quality drive for the Falcons, like they moved the ball efficiently down the field. Is it bend but don't break with a slight crack for the Packers D? Yeah, I mean, maybe, but still, to do the goal line stand that they did against Atlanta's run game, that will take for sure. That will take. Now, offensively, it's time to switch some things. I want to see the Packers have an offensive drive, essentially like the Falcons just did. I don't care if it's death by 1,000 paper cuts today. Get the ball out. Get some momentum. Get some rhythm going in your offense. The offense looks worse than half one last week against Chicago, which isn't saying much because it didn't look great. But they have got to develop some ways to get early game rhythm for the offensive side of the ball. And we just have yet to see it. So third opportunity coming up for J Love and company. Hopefully now we see some quick stuff. Get the ball into your playmakers' hands, even if they are the second-tier playmakers today. But nonetheless, got to get the ball out and got to get moving. And we are returning that kick. That was 9 yards. Keyshawn, what you doing? That was 9 yards deep in the end zone, and he brings that out. Hey, you volt. All right. Peter's saying Ritter's typical ups and downs. Those Falcons are beatable. Yes, they are. And Ritter's a big reason why. Ritter has some real promise, right? Like when he's got time, he's pretty accurate. Just like Love, his decision-making for Atlanta has been pretty good to this point in his career. But his accuracy is really inconsistent, and he does not have a deep ball to speak of, at least according to Atlanta. So that does make them beatable, for sure. There we go. Play action on a slant. Gets it to Romeo Dobbs for a gain of about 14. Yeah. And that's a first down for Green Bay. Janelle saying, a couple plays could have stopped Atlanta early on the drive, inches short on a few plays of making the stop. Yeah. Which is why tackles like Darnell Savage, where he stopped Pitts, basically like right before the line, those are so vital, and not often enough do the Packers tackle like that. And they're going to have their opportunities to make those stops today because the Falcons are kind of a small game offense. Ritter's average depth of target last week was 3.2 yards, 3.2, which is heinously small. Love's last week was over 10. So they're small play. They play small ball. Let's say that. And the Packers are going to have a chance to stop it. Dylan with the carry trucking his way forward for gain of 8. Should be 2nd and 2 for Green Bay now. 2:45, at least on my game cast, left in the first quarter. 2nd and 3. Come on, boys. Let's get into a rhythm. Yeah, I have been really curious as to the running back situation, what the rotation is going to be like today. If Dylan's just going to get a lot more carries, see if that helps him. That carry, it appeared to start to do something positive. 2nd and 2, another carry for Dylan, and he going nowhere. Gains maybe one of the two, depending on where they spot it. But we're walking into a 3rd down for Green Bay. 3rd and 1. Ay. What a game so far. 4 carries, 16 yards, as the sportscast just showed there for Dylan. Yeah, 4 yards per carry. It's a start. If you're hanging in there, even without Claudia here, thank you. I appreciate it. My face is not as insulted as it would be if you left, so thank you. And we got play action. Yes! Musgrave rolling down the right. That's a big first down for Green Bay. It was a play action to Dillon going left. He rolls right. And that is a Packer first down. Really nice play. He steps, Musgrave takes a little step to the left, just a little, like, I don't want to say trick, but a little tendency to the left there, and then bolts out right. With his speed, even those subtle moves can be so effective in getting open. That was a biggie. That was big. First down now for the Packers. Play clock dwindling down, but Love gets the snap off. Another play action for the... Okay, so it was a... Why? Patrick Taylor in the backfield on this snap at least. So Love does the play action to Taylor. And then it's not really it's kind of a screen. Kind of? Almost like a play action screen? Maybe just a mini curl? I don't know. Either way, that play didn't go the way it was supposed to go. So here we are on 2nd and 10. Taylor still in the backfield. Shotgun for Love. Taylor next to Love. We got trips on the left, and it's incomplete. I think the target there was Jaden Reed. Packers walking themselves right into another third down. Ay. Stephen Smith saying Packers need to pipe video music from Flashdance. Baby Patrick, Kevin Bacon even dancing with this one just to get the juices flowing. Do something, right? Can't hurt. David saying I'm here, John. Thank you, David. Thank you for your sacrifice in spending time here, even without Claudia. I do appreciate it. 3rd and 10 for Green Bay. Love dropping back out of shotgun, marching, dancing in the pocket. Rolls out right. Yes. J-Love showing his mobility to the other side of and we got some chatting. Oh, J-Love. Oh, buddy. It's real easy to talk when you're a quarterback and the offensive line just comes running up behind you to protect you. Oh, I love that. But Love, oh man, this is no knock on Rodgers, but like this is a part of the Packers game that has been missing for a long time. It just is. And Love showing that mobility, scrambling out of shotgun, getting the first down. Really, really nice. A few seconds to go in the first. Are they going to get this off before the clock? No. Okay. We're going to be at what? The clocks are way past. Come on, ref, stop it. All right, cool. So we're going to be going to the second quarter. All right. Hey, Packers at least got something going on this drive. Progress, right? Baby steps. All right, Chris saying still here, bud, playing Madden while hearing the Lombardi Time Brews broadcasting. Well, thank you, Chris. Hey, Chris, are you playing Madden 24? Is it worth it? Because like I said, like I historically have bought Madden every year, but Madden 23 just kind of left me like, this truly is the same thing every year. And I really wanted to get 24 for the new era of Packers football, but just couldn't bring myself to do it. Once I read the reviews and everyone said it's like the exact same thing as 23, I was like, I can't keep feeding the machine. I can't keep giving money to Madden like this. So I was going to take this year off, but let me know what you think. If you're playing 24, if it's better, I don't know. Jagavi saying Florida in the house. Go Pack, go. Welcome. Steven, okay, his first quarter is over. Time to roll now. Yeah, right. That's the thing with Love. Like I'm telling you, even at training camp, it was so obvious that he just, like, I don't want to say slow starter, but even in every practice, like it's the more the practice went on, the more in rhythm Love got, the better he played. And they just have not found a way. I know it's only week 2, but this was consistent in camp. They have not found a way to get him into a rhythm quick. To me, that's a play calling thing, but we don't know the intricate details of what they're calling. So, yeah. Oh, Chris saying I haven't bought the new one yet. So you're still rocking on Madden 23 like me. Great minds. Peter saying I love the way Love moves with the ball. Yes, I agree. 100%. Casey, what's your Twitter? Hey, Casey, if you look on the screen right now, right under John Delray, right? Am I going to do this? It's reverse. Yep, bam. Right under my name, at LTB Packers Pod. That would be my Twitter handle right there. So if you want to go give me a follow on Twitter, that is me on Twitter. Big Papa Penguin saying I'd wait for it on sale during the winter season and get it then. Okay. All right. Good to know. So it's at least worth buying, just not at full price. I gotcha. Okay. I can get with that. Mick missed the start. Who is playing? Not David Bakhtiari, Aaron Jones, or Christian Watson. They are all on the inactive list. Jones and Watson with their hamstrings. Bach with his turf. I don't know. Again, we don't know if it was Bach saying no. We don't know if it was the medical staff, whatever. But Bach's not playing today. Hand off to Dylan again. Man, he just swarmed. I'm not even going to put that one on Dylan. There was nowhere to go. Casey saying, I have some vids from the game for you. Oh, awesome, Casey. Cool. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Just send them over. Feel free to DM me on Twitter. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Casey. And followed. Right on. Thanks. That's so cool. Thank you, Steven. That is a better use of words than what I just came up with. Turf issue precaution for David Bakhtiari. Could very well be, because we have not heard anything about a setback. I think it's got to be turf related, and that's a good way to say that. Thank you. There we go. Musgrave with a quick completion, picking up the Packers about 8. So looks like they're going to have the ball on about the 11 or 12, depending on exactly where they spot it. But there we go. Packers moving the ball quickly now, especially to their tight end, Luke Musgrave. 3rd and 2 for Green Bay. Come on. Come on. Take the lead here. Get the momentum rolling. I would love that. I'm going to have those puns for eternity now. All right, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, handing it off to Dylan. Yeah, Dylan lunging his way for the first down. And that's a big play for Green Bay to get that first. Nice. Casey saying, sent one of the love run. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Casey. I really appreciate that. I will include that in tomorrow's video for sure. I'll take a look at it and then get it like into my stuff. And if you're cool with it, I'll use that in tomorrow's video. That would be awesome to have that perspective on it. Thank you, Casey. I really appreciate that. Janelle saying they marked a me yard short. Well, there you go. You're a little bit ahead of me. Okay, well, yeah, I'm in commercials right now. Okay, we'll have to see. Steven saying would like to see them go into the pony with 2 running backs. The Packers and the utilization of pony is fascinating to this point. You would think, right, with Dylan and Jones, the pony package would be one of the most effective things that they could march out on the field, right? But last year, the numbers did not bear that out. I mean, Dusty Evely, if you follow him on Twitter or any of the content that he puts out, he is, in terms of the Packer content world, he is probably the one for film study that I trust more than anybody else. He's fantastic at it. And he did a deep dive this offseason on the Packers' utilization of the pony package last year. And it just wasn't as good as you would think logically that it would be. You would hope this offseason that they kind of rededicated to it and figured out what the flaws were, but it's very curious why the pony package isn't more effective given how the Packers roster is set up. So we'll see what we see here. Casey also sent one of Gary breaking the line down pregame. Oh, I'm going to love that one. That's so cool. I really appreciate this. Thank you, Casey. That's really cool. It means a lot. Thank you. Steven saying last year thinking was because of Rodgers. Oh, pony package. Yeah, I mean, his apprehension to utilize the middle of the field. I mean, pony does lend itself to the middle of the field a lot. So I guess it's possible. Maybe they just didn't use it more often because Rodgers doesn't like it. That we know there's some things in the playbook like that, like motion. I mean, maybe we can't know that one for certain. And then Gabby saying, how does Wilson look in pass pro? Based upon the last time we've seen it, which was in camp and the final preseason game, work in progress. Like, let's say that. He had one fantastic snap, I think, in the Seattle preseason game, the final preseason game, where he read it beautifully, blocked it well. It was very, very good. In the whole, for from the entirety of his pass pro, a work in progress. Sometimes it was Wilson making the right decision on who to block, but then not being able to block them effectively enough. Sometimes he looked very much like a rookie in not knowing who to block. Other times it was perfectly clean. I mean, so he is a rookie running back who came from a tiny little school, who obviously shown a great ability at explosive plays and all that stuff. But like for almost every rookie running back, pass pro is just a work in progress. He needs to learn the nuance of it a little bit more. Not dissimilar than like an Aaron Jones coming out of school. Now, Aaron Jones also didn't come from the biggest school, and pass pro was something very much that he actively had to work on as a rookie. So maybe that's it. Yeah, if you hadn't heard yet, as Janelle noted, they did mark it down short. Packers have challenged. I mean, that looks like a first to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but it looks like he keeps his legs up as he lunges forward, doesn't actually hit the ground. I don't know. Yeah. I got to go first down here. Mick saying, who is lineman 5? That would be Rasheed Walker. With Bakhtiari out, Rasheed Walker just filled right in at left tackle. They did not mess with the rest of the line, like kicking Elton to left tackle or having Tom switch sides. Like, nope. Just a very clean Bakhtiari out, Rasheed Walker in. And to my understanding, that's what they've been doing most of the time in practice. Like, as David Bakhtiari hasn't been practicing, they've kept the line the same, 4/5 of it. And then Rasheed Walker has just been filling in at left tackle. So they were very ready for this to occur. Yeah, I'm going back to the run here by Dylan. It looks like he stays airborne. Yeah, kind of depends on what they consider down. Runner was down at the 9-yard line. Hey, first and goal. First and goal for the Green Bay Packers. 13-13 to go in the second quarter. And now, come on. Now, see, the refs slowed us down. We had a good rhythm going. And then they said, nay, and slowed the whole thing down. Like, come on. Love 3 of 7 for 40 yards right now in the telecast. Not his best. Not the best offensive performance for Packers yet. But this drive has been a lot more promising. That's for darn sure. Taylor on the field, in the backfield with Love, Dobbs, Reed, and I think that's Toure on the right side of the field. Oh, quick pitch to Reed. Come on. Refs, use your arms. Reed using his speed and elusiveness around the right side of the line. That is a touchdown for Green Bay. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Yeah, Reed having just enough strength to fend off the Falcon defenders as they were coming around the edge. Yeah, quick pitch to Reed. Reed is so fast. All the young man does is score touchdowns, as my friends at Wisco Fanatics say. That's all he does. That's all he does. Huge touchdown for Green Bay. Yes. Beautiful. Steven saying, yes, the flow worked. Janelle, touchdown. Gabby, just clap it. That's all it requires. Oh, beautiful. That was nice to see. Mick saying, where on the line is the running game being good, bad today? Kind of a mixed bag thus far. Carlson on with the extra point. Anders Carlson stays perfect, my friends. Whew. Yes. Packers take the lead. I got a ticker to update. Oh man, where's Claudia for this kind of thing? Come on. Yep. Gotta do this. Save. Publish. 7-3 Packers over Falcons. Reed with the speed. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Janelle. I mean, he is quick. I mean, jeez. Refs, use your arm. Well, it's true. Like, Reed had already crossed. Like, it's right in the corner of the end zone. Packers players are like picking him up, and the ref is just standing there, just kind of like looking around. Like, did you see him cross the plane, or did you not see him cross the plane? Because if he crossed the plane, then you do this. If he didn't cross the plane, then you don't do that. Do the thing, man. Like, give me the indication as to whether he crossed or not. He eventually did. It was just late because apparently he had to process what he saw, I guess. But touchdown Green Bay at the end of the day. Face green smiling. Yes. That was huge for Green Bay. Up 7-3, and that was a much, much better drive for Green Bay than the first two had been. I mean, just substantially more efficient. Very, very nice. Mick, to get back to your point earlier about where's the running been good, bad, I would say thus far, most of Dylan's have been run off to the right and has not had a lot of room over there as of yet today. And keep in mind, too, Atlanta is a difficult team to run on. I mean, their interior defensive linemen of Calais Campbell, Grady Jarrett, Eddie Goldman, like, they're legit on the interior. Much better interior than edge for the Atlanta defense. Now, the edge still does have a little bit of star power with Bud Dupree. Troy Anderson isn't playing for them today, so that's one of their guys down. But their run defense up the middle is legit. And I'm not that surprised that they are having difficulty running the ball for big kind of like spurt gains. So just something to keep in mind. Chris saying that is Three Stooges moment. It's the left, not right. No, it's left, right, not left. Right, man. But for a touchdown, it's just both arms. You don't even got to think about like right, left, good, bad. Like, did he do the thing or did he not do the thing? Yeah, or not? Like, come on. Janelle, blocking has been questionable. Yes, I would agree with that completely. And Atlanta is blitzing more than I think we saw Chicago blitz last week. So that could have something to do with it. Oh, kicker turn, bodies flying all over. Jonathan Owens looks like he was the first one to hit. By the way, interesting note about Jonathan Owens, maybe contributing more on teams than we ever thought he would. Last week, the leader in special team snaps is Dallin Levitt with 22. Jonathan Owens was right there with 20. I really think they're developing Owens into being one of their special teams aces along with Dallin Levitt, which can't hurt at all. Jagavi saying, I see Quay is playing today. Does he look good? Yeah, he is playing today. He passed concussion protocol. He's good to go. I haven't really seen him do much yet. We got flags. We got the ball just on the ground. We got bodies everywhere. Just chaos, pandemonium. Looked like it was kind of a screen for Atlanta, but Green Bay got there, broke it up. Lucas Van Ness in the backfield. He was there. Looks like he might have even been the first one there. Let's just see what this flag is. All right, offensive penalty. We like those when the Packers are on defense, at least. And, see, you can't do that. Left tackle for Atlanta just stuck his hand all up in Kenny's face mask. He was just getting up there. Can't do that. That's against the rules. So Packers will absolutely take that penalty on Jake Matthews. Backs the Falcons up to 1st and 18 now from the 9-yard line. Bijan Robinson again in motion behind the quarterback, but it's a handoff to Tyler Algier, who is shut down in the backfield. Yes. Beautiful. I'm not sure who made the tackle, but that should be a good 2-yard loss. Thing of beauty. Rashad White with the touchdown for the Buccaneers. My fantasy teams are doing okay today, folks. That was nice. So, and Buccaneers leading against the Bears now, it looks like. LeKeble's saying Pack has struggled with run blocking since Corey left, to be honest. Yeah, it's noticeable how big an impact he had, especially considering that Josh Myers is so much better at pass pro than run blocking. Run blocking is not his strength. It's arguably his greatest deficiency. And Corey Linsley was just so good at it. Corey Linsley is one of those who I just don't think we appreciated enough when he was here. And the Packers might not have too, depending on how those contract talks went, but they had to make their choices. And they chose not to retain Corey, go with Josh Myers, and the offensive line is not as good as it could be if Corey Linsley were retained. All right. 3rd and 15 now for the Falcons. Ritter dropping back out of shotgun. Come on. And that's first down for the Falcons. I think they just found a hole in the zone. Drake London with the catch. He now has 2 catches, I believe, off the top of my head, which means he has 2 more catches than he did last week. Yeah. Yep. Packers in zone. London just kind of cut between where Jair and Nixon were in the transition for the zone, and that is a completion. Yeah, if quarterbacks read that correctly, that's a completion 10 out of 10 times. And Ritter did his job there. Oh, Bijan with them shifty hips. And he gains, I don't know, maybe 20. And Agbari on the yeah. Okay, so Kingsley kind of went down, and then Darnell missed, and then Ford missed, and then Razul and Quay actually brought him down. Woof. I mean, why is Bijan Robinson one of the most hyped running backs we've had in years? To answer that question, that is what Bijan Robinson does incredibly well. Ugh. And dang, that's really disappointing. I mean, Savage had been such a sound tackler so far. Bijan Robinson with the catch. And to go back to your very pertinent question, Jagavi, Quay Walker one-on-one open field. Bijan Robinson was still completing the catch, but Quay brings him down, makes him pay. That is no gain on the completion for the Atlanta Falcons. That was great play by Quay Walker, showing the athleticism he possesses at the inside linebacker spot. That was nice. All right, Ritter in the backfield, along with Tyler Algier, is the running back for Atlanta. 2nd and 10, just past midfield on about the Green Bay 47. Algier gets the handoff, but trips and turns it into just a couple yard gain. Not bad at all. Not bad, folks. Now, okay, 3rd and 9 for Atlanta. So 3rd and 9. Let's not go with such open zones, maybe. I know I've still been calling for zone play today. Been calling for that all week, but like it's 3rd and 9. Let's be a little situational and not just hand them an easy one on a little cut in a zone like the last 3rd down. Dropping back, rolling left. Preston. All right, okay. So Ritter dropped back, wiggled a little bit, rolled out left, and gained, like he got some good yardage there on the scramble, but not enough for a first down. And Gary was the one in pursuit, but then about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, right on the white, Preston Smith gives a, yeah, I mean, that was kind of a tackle attempt by Preston right as Ritter was going out of bounds. They could have called that on Preston, but they did not. Whew, that's good. So 4th and 4 for the Falcons. Really nice stop by Green Bay. I don't want to take Preston's shove away from the fact that that was a quality play bay to get Ritter to roll out, force him out of bounds. So yeah, we'll take that, forcing a big 4th down, 4th and 4 in Green Bay territory. Steven saying nickel or big nickel. Personally, if it's 3rd and 9, even against Atlanta, I'm going to go with my standard nickel. I don't feel the need to overload nickel in 3rd and 9 against this team. I think big nickel has its place in this game, especially if they're utilizing nickel as a little bit more of their base today. I think even big nickel could be utilized on 3rd and short, but 3rd and 9 against Ritter and the Falcons, I'm rolling out my standard nickel. I don't feel the need to go big there. And then Janelle saying in slow-mo, Preston hit him barely inbounds. Yeah, that's kind of like, it's like Ritter was still on the green, phasing into the white. I probably would have just been happier if Preston would have just been like, there you go, buddy. Jair! Oh, Jair almost just stole one. 4th and 4. Oh, Jair. 4th and 4. And Ritter throws it straight to Jair. Oh, that would have been a huge return, if not pick 6. I mean, that was right to Jair's mitts. Right here. Right. Oh, and he dropped it. Nonetheless, turnover on downs. Packers at least going to get the ball almost at midfield. Still really strong starting field position for a team that's in the lead 7-3. This is your chance to take control if you are Green Bay. Of course, Jair would love a replay on that one. Defensively, they would love to redo that. But hey, you come up with the stop, a turnover on downs. And now, offensively, it's up to you to take control of this game. Even a field goal puts you up by a touchdown, but nonetheless, get the touchdown, take control of this game as we begin to get closer and closer to halftime. Yeah, very nice stand there by the Packers D. I mean, that one was like, if you're not watching the game, if you're just listening to me, that was right there. That ball was not thrown to the wide receiver. That ball was thrown to Jair. I just couldn't get that. What's the saying? If cornerbacks could catch, they'd be wide receivers. Yeah, maybe Jair just showed that on that snap. Let me see what's going on elsewhere. See if there's any news. Hey, ayahuasca data scientist. Hello to you. Welcome to the watch party. Starting to get closer and closer to halftime. Packers in the lead 7-3. I'm just checking, seeing if there's any news anywhere that we don't know of. Just watching the telecast. Let's see what we got. Casey, I've got those videos. Thank you. If you're still tuned in, Casey at the game today in Atlanta and sending me some of the videos from the game. Casey, I really one, appreciate you listening while at the game. 2, really love these videos. I'm going to use them in tomorrow's recap video as long as you're cool with that. So thank you so much, Casey. That's really cool. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, not really seeing much else. Yeah, looking at the replay again, I mean, that had pick 6 written all over it if Jair actually held on to that ball. Oh, hey, he's going to be kicking himself all day. Read in motion. Love dropping back 1st and 10. Another play action and complete to Dylan. There you go. Ellis with the tackle for Atlanta. Like I mentioned earlier, leading tackler for Atlanta last week. And Dylan gaining a nice 8 on that catch, leading us to 2nd and 2. 8:30 to go in the half. Packers almost at midfield. That was really, really nice. Peter saying the Chiefs look horrible. Ooh, I haven't checked on the Chiefs at all, but Chiefs looking horrible today. All right. 2nd and 2. Packers going a little bit more big-bodied here with their tight ends. We still got wide receivers split out right, but I believe we have a tight end at least on the right side. Hand off to Dylan. Dylan, there we go. There we go. Ellis with the tackle, but Dylan keeps his legs churning, keeps pushing, and a first down for Green Bay. Up to Falcons about the 43. So Green Bay getting very, very close to Anders Carlson field goal range. This would be about a 60-yarder from right here if they are indeed on the 43, which you don't really want to have Carlson try, but he's shown that he could do it, especially indoors. Reed doing some motion, then rolling back out left. Another carry for Dylan. Dylan beginning to run with some more aggression, turning that into a few-yard gain. That was nice. All right. Okay. Right on. So, welcome everybody. Really glad you're here for week 2 of Watch Party. Like I've been saying, we're going to be doing this. I think 15 of the 17 games this year. Sometimes it's me. And if you're looking for Claudia, if you're disappointed, it's just this face. She's on her way. So, there we go. Wicks on a quick slant. Dontavian Wicks with the first down reception. I like what the Packers are doing more offensively now. For one, more often Dylan is running more to the outside, getting away from those Atlanta defensive tackles. I like that. 2, I really like the fact that the number of the decisions for the Packers are getting quicker. I shouldn't say decisions. Play calls, first reads are quicker. Like on that slant, get the ball out, get the ball moving, and get Love into a rhythm. Really, really like that. Emmanuel Wilson now with the carry, and he gains about 8. Run game getting going. Steven Fantastic knows how to refresh your drink ready. I do. I have a drink sitting right here for her. She's I got her all set up. She's on her way. She'll be good. And like Kebble's saying, Newman in. Hey, like Kebbles, what's going on? Why is Royce Newman in the game? Who's hurt? Who? What's going on, man? I'm checking news. 2nd and 3 for Green Bay now, about 5.5 left. Complete to DeGuara. That should be a first down. 2nd and 3 gains, maybe 5, but that one's got to feel good for Josiah DeGuara. I mean, it was projected to be tight end 1, and now it's just he's fullback, tight end 2. Like it's that one's got to feel good for him. Big first down catch. 5 minutes to go in the half. Getting close. And like Kebble's saying, Jenkins hurt. Oh, sure enough. Now I see it. Newman in at left guard. Why? Why can't we have nice things? 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Reed in motion again. Ball snapped just in the nick of time. And a carry for Wilson that nets him about 3 to 4 yards. And then like Kebble's saying, Yasha and Walker rotating at tackle. Oh, man. Thank you for the O-line updates. Okay. Is it like drive by drive? Is that how they're doing that rotation? Almost like they used to do when Bach was hurt? Yeah, I know like Kebbles knows this, but for others out there, if you're watching and like, this dude doesn't know the breaking news. Yeah, no, I really don't. I can't hear the TV really because like obviously that would carry through. And I'm talking to you. I'm not actively reading all of the updates. So I kind of rely on you to offer updates, just like Kebbles is doing. And I do appreciate that. Yashin Walker rotating a tackle. Unsure, just what Rob Domofsky said. Okay. So we got Jenkins hurt, which means Royce Newman probably just got put right into the left guard spot. That's what appears to be, at least as I look at the O-line setting up. And Yash and Walker are doing some kind of rotation at left tackle. What is going on with the Packers offense? Yeah, sure enough. So you got Walker. Right now we have Walker at left tackle, Newman left guard, Myers, John Runyon Jr. right guard, and then Tom still at right tackle. 3rd and 6. Packers going empty for what? Oh, a lofted throw from Love to the end zone to Dontavian Wicks, just trying to drop that into a bucket to the rookie wide receiver, but to no avail. Yeah, Patrick Taylor was lined up on the far right at wide receiver. Just broken up. I mean, Love just kind of tried to drop that into the bucket, but AJ Terrell, mighty good corner. I mean, one of the best corners in the league, AJ Terrell, breaking up that pass from Wicks, incomplete. So Anders Carlson on for a 33-yard attempt. That's good. Anders Carlson. Perfect so far. We'll take it. Hitting from 33 this time around. Now 2 for 2 in his field goal kicking career from 52 last week, 33 this week. And the Green Bay Packers have taken more of a lead. Time for me to update our ticker now. I can say Packers 10, Falcons 3 in this week 2 matchup. And there it is. Look at that. Look at us go. All right. Chris saying, could you imagine if you're an NFL player and your teammate wears face paint and you could prank him by putting on that face paint on the commercial that sticks on it hard to get off? I mean, you got to go to work the next day with the guy. Like, I am certain things like that have absolutely occurred in the locker room. I'm quite certain that's probably actually relatively tame compared to some of the pranks that have been pulled. But yeah, like Gebel saying, game day Carlson, right? Hey, there's something to it. In preseason, he was always better in the games than he was in practice too. Maybe there's something to it, but only thing I care about right now is that man stays perfect, because it's so good to see. I am so happy for him after the preseason he had. Peter saying, come on, Wicks, that looked like a typical A-Rod to Devontae pass. Yeah, the one thing that I would throw in is there, Terrell did get kind of his mitt on the ball. It wasn't like, yes, the throw itself, very Rodgers-esque, very much so, that coming down at a high arc, allowing the receiver to pull it in. Yeah, agreed 100%. Very Rodgers throw. But Terrell did get his hand in there to knock that away from Wicks. So it's what it is. Maybe Wicks could have made a more aggressive catch, or, but nonetheless, like, Terrell got in there, broke that up, making it a 10-3 Packers lead.
We are leading?
Yes, we are. Why, hey, of course, here, everybody. Yes, everyone can now rejoice. Claudia is here, fresh from work.
No.
So if you don't know her, life and pod, Claudia. By the way, I have a drink for you in the fridge, and that computer's all set up for you.
Thanks.
So, of course.
You're a peach.
I know.
So, how are we doing? Because the last I saw, we were not doing great.
No, we're doing good. We're now up 10-3. Offense has begun to find a little bit of a rhythm.
That's good.
Kind of stalled out at the end of the last drive with an incompletion to Wicks. But overall, offense is getting into a rhythm after a very frustrating start.
That's all that I saw.
Yeah.
I only see little tidbits at work. So all I saw was
less than great.
Nothing.
Yeah, less than great. But defensively, they've been doing some really nice work.
All right.
Really not allowing the Falcons to progress, getting after the Falcons quarterback a lot. So all good. So 10-3 Packers we have. Not that much time left here in the first half. Let me just check. I want to keep an eye on those injury updates. Elton Jenkins has left the game hurt.
Oh, no.
So I want to see what's going on there, if there's any update.
Wasn't he on the injury report this week?
Elton did some limited practices, but he did not get a game designation, like questionable or anything like that. So this would lead you to believe it's something new. And hopefully just temporary. I mean, we don't know. All right, so the Packers put out a few minutes ago that Elton Jenkins is questionable to return with a knee injury. This turf is not helping the Packers' cause. So
you can expect another Tweet from Bakhtiari.
Yeah. Peter saying, is this a Zach Tom or AJ Hawk jersey? It's Hawk. It's Hawk. We don't buy the newest of jerseys, so yeah.
Especially not when they're $130.
Yeah.
Rather buy a kid size.
All right, so Ritter there, handing off to Bijan, who kind of punches his way forward, but Quay did bring him down. I mean, Bijan was not able to wriggle his way out of that tackle. Nonetheless, a first down run for the Falcons. Falcons with the first down on the ball in the 39. And we're at the 2-minute warning. Overall, I mean, my overall thoughts thus far, 10-3 lead. Good. But the Packers have not exactly played perfectly. There have been a bit of frustrating moments thus far, no doubt about it. And I don't mean to be Debbie Downer. It's just being realistic. Yeah, they're up 10-3, which is wonderful. And they've done good things to earn that 10-3 lead. But it kind of feels like last week, right? Like last week at the half, I think the exact score was 10-6, right? And it felt like, okay, the Packers they've got a lead, but in some ways they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. So it feels very like that. Like right now they're up 10-3, but they're not playing excellently. It could be more if they were. That's kind of the overall summary at this juncture from my viewpoint. David sounds like the defense is playing well. Yeah, David, I would say conclusively, yes. No doubt about it. I mean, Bijan did have that one big run where he broke a number of tackles, but like facing a running back like Bijan, that's his deal. That's his thing, is his break tackle ability through quick twitch movement. So he's going to do that to you once in a while. Not really upset about that one. And then the other miss defensively is playing a little bit of too soft of a zone occasionally, like especially on third down. They gave up that big third down conversion earlier. And then, of course, Jair's dropped what probably would have been a pick six. Happens to cornerbacks sometimes, right? Like I mentioned earlier, it's part of the reason they play corner. But nonetheless, still an unfortunate thing to have occurred. Janelle, the stream. Okay.
Thanks, Janelle.
Okay. All right. Everyone, just do it now. Get it out of your systems. I admit, you're like, yeah, I'm fine. It does look prettier now. I'm with you. Don't look at me like that. I missed you. All right. So Steven saying, if you could, other than Love, which player jersey would you buy? Present or past? Oh. Steven, I'm going to save that as a halftime question. I'm going to come back to that. That seems like a good thing. What in the freak just happened? Okay, if you're watching the game, the Falcon mascot quite literally just dumped a tub of cheese on a Packer fan. That's rude. And there goes Bijan again with a first down for the Falcons. Falcons not really showing much fear of running at Preston Smith's side thus far. And when Preston cuts inside like he did on that snap, you see why. But Bijan getting outside, winding up with a first down. So the Falcons have a first down on the Green Bay 48. And then a quick completion to Mac Hollins gains him a few yards. Should be about 2nd and 2-ish. We're getting there. Peter saying AJ Hawk is such a dude on the Pat McAfee show. I just always love it as he's sitting there like chomping down on stogies and stuff while the rest of the show's going. Like AJ does what AJ wants. He's always been that kind of dude. Bijan doing it again. Falcons continuing to work their way up the field now at the 35. First down. Ritter rolling out right and finding Pitts for a gain of about 6. And Falcons in hurry up. Falcons do have all of their timeouts remaining. So 1 minute to go. Those timeouts could come into play here. Another handoff to Bijan. Oh, and another stop for Quay Walker. Nixon also got a hand in there. But Bijan not getting a first down this time, sets up 3rd and 1 for the Atlanta Falcons with about 40 seconds to go in the half. Everyone's saying what jerseys they'd chime in with. Thank you, everybody. 3rd and 1, quick sneak for Ritter. Oh, I don't think he got it.
I don't think so.
Nope, he was stopped short. We're going to 4th down. You know what? When did the Packers become such a good team at stopping the sneak? I'm not upset. I'm just wondering, because I remember there was an era not long ago at all, maybe even last year, where they could not stop a sneak. You just knew it was going to get through. But, man, this is 3 in 2 weeks now. 3 in the first 2 weeks of the season. Like the Green Bay Packers have straight up stood up a sneak attempt, and that does nothing to speak of when the Falcons had the ball 1st and goal on the 1 earlier. Now, there were no sneaks there, but the Packers shut down every play from 1st and goal on the 1. Their goal line D is getting better. That's for darn sure. So, 30 seconds to go. Young Shu Ku over there on the sideline, potentially waiting his chance to get a field goal. 4th and 1, they do a quick pitch to Bijan, and he gets a whole bunch more than one. Dang. 4th and 1. Now 25 seconds to go in the half, so they took off a few seconds at least, but Bijan gets out of bounds. The Falcons don't have to burn a timeout. But yeah, 4th and 1. He gets it outside. Campbell eventually forces him out. Yeah, well blocked, well executed by the Falcons. Sometimes you just get beat, and that's exactly what happened there. Falcons now with the ball on about the 13-yard line. Bijan in motion like a wide receiver, and Ritter throwing over the middle. Caught by tight end Jonnu Smith, who continued. Like, that's his 2nd impact catch in this game. He's coming up big for Ritter and company when they need him. Yeah. Oh, that was their final timeout. I'm sorry. I was mistaken earlier. Yeah, okay. I read the graphic wrong. So, yeah, final timeout for the Falcons. I'm sorry. Apologize. That was my bad. Final timeout for the Falcons now here. Savage essentially tackling Jonnu in midair, but Jonnu's still coming down with the ball. This is a good chance for the Falcons. 14 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, Fox there showing Ritter's stats, 11 of 17, 102 yards, 1 pick thus far. Also has run for 23 yards.
Who got the pick?
Razul. Razul, that was very early in the game. So, Falcons taking over with the ball on the 3-yard line. 1st and goal on the 3. Timeout, Green Bay. Green Bay using up their 2nd timeout. I mean, Packers use a timeout there because basically the Falcons get lined up on the 3-yard line, and Green Bay starts to get lined up defensively, and then LaFleur Ojoro-Berry sees something and goes, wait, that's not the play call we wanted. That doesn't work. And then so they call a quick timeout, and now they can sub in, sub out, do whatever they got to do to get into a better alignment for whatever the Falcons are going to throw at them. So Packers have 1 timeout left. They've adjusted the game clock too, so now 16 seconds left on the clock from the 3. Chris saying Jair almost did, but they just used him as a target dummy. Yeah, Jair, I mean, that was wide receivers don't get that perfect throws to them that often. Just couldn't haul it in. 1st and goal from the 3. Ritter rolling left following a low snap and finding Drake London for the touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons. Yeah, it's a bummer. 12 seconds to go in the half. I mean, you know how earlier I was talking about how the defense was playing well and how Atlanta wasn't really able to build like these long drives? That sentence does not apply to this last drive. That was not a good drive. Atlanta moved the ball far too easily there. Oh! Koo just shanked the sweet goodness out of that extra point attempt.
Oops.
Wow, that was the shankiest shank. So 10-9, Green Bay maintaining their lead by a point over the Atlanta Falcons to this juncture. So 10-9 following the Falcons timeout right before time. Let's see if there's any Elton Jenkins update, because that could become quite pertinent real fast. Somebody's saying that Bijan is now up to 9 carries for 72 yards. Yeah. They're getting him going. That's for darn sure. Yeah, really strong 2-minute drive there for the Falcons. And kickoff to Nixon, who lets it float. Oh, right over his head. Nixon. As the kick went over his head, Nixon, I think, let out every single bit of frustration he's ever felt, because you saw his entire body just go, ah, and just scream. Hey, man, whatever works for you. But 10-9 now. 12 seconds to go in the half. Historically, in these situations, Matt LaFleur does not call an offense. He just pulls out the knee. And now that I see what they're doing, yes, they're taking a knee, heading into half with their 1-point lead. Matt LaFleur does not seem to believe in 10-second drives at the end of halves. He's done that the entire time he's been Green Bay. Just take the knee, go to the half. And we are on our way. 10-9, Green Bay following a very strong 2-minute drive by the Falcons and some very soft defensive play in some ways for the Green Bay Packers. There you have it. Falcons doing a nice job trimming into that lead. Anyone out there have an update on Elton? Has anything else been said about Elton Jenkins to this point? Let me know, because I'm not seeing anything thus far. And I really want to make sure I have news about Elton Jenkins if that's what's going on. Ugly defensive drive for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, just scanning for news quick, and everyone online is just screaming about how unhappy they are about Joe Barry right now, because it's too soft. And I would agree. Yeah, I mean, really, the second quarter overall felt too soft. Jagavi, see you in the second half. Absolutely, go take a break. We'll see you real soon. I know I'm gonna disappear in just a minute. It's your show to run for a little while.
Oh boy.
That's what you get for ducking out of the first half. And then, is this in response to the jersey conversation, Mick? Al Hubbard. I mean, if you want a Al Hubbard jersey, man, good for you. Going with the throw of the throwbacks. I like it. Danielle saying I'd buy Jones. Chris Hand, I'd like Charles Woodson. Yeah, I get that. Okay, if I had to buy any jersey present. So my thing with jerseys is if I'm going to spend the money on a jersey, I want it to be a player who, one, I personally support, believe in, like. Two, I want it to be someone who I think has staying power with the team if I'm buying a current player jersey. Okay. So my first thought is I'd love to have an Aaron Jones jersey, but realistically, just being real, Aaron Jones may not have that many years left on the team. So maybe Jair, because I also want it to be like a bona fide, like big time player, right? So if I had to go with a modern day jersey, I could certainly see getting a Jair. Could go with that, but the obvious answer is J-Love. Historically, any player in history to get a jersey for?
Are you going to be able to pick just one?
Nope, because I already got like 5 in my head. I'll say it. You know who is vastly underrated in Packer history? Vern Llewellyn. Yeah, every time Hall of Fame conversations come up, it's about like Cecil Isbell, deservedly so. But it's the conversation around those really old time guys who played in the 30s, Lavi Dilwig, Curtly Lambeau. You know who was just as good as all of them? Vern Llewellyn. In fact, Cliff Crystal, Packers historian, has written articles before about Vern Llewellyn and has cited newspaper sources at the time where opposing head coaches talking about game planning for the Packers. They weren't game planning for Lambeau. They weren't game planning for Dilwig. They were game planning for Vern Llewellyn. And yet no one historically looks at him that much of that light. He was up a couple of years ago and they did this mass induction into the Hall of Fame for a whole bunch of seniors to kind of clear the slates, right? Vern Llewellyn was on that list. He was a finalist that year. And then in the couple of years since, no one's even mentioned the guy again. So do I want a Vern Llewellyn jersey? I don't know. But I don't even know what that would look like, to be totally frank. But the thing is, vastly underrated in Packer history. And I'm going to get off my historical soapbox now. But if I had to pick like an actual jersey, I've already got a Nitschke. You know what jersey I don't have, actually, and is a historical player? Give me a Bart Starr jersey. That's an easy answer. Kind of a cop-out, but it's true. I would love a Bart Starr jersey. I got a Nitschke already. Ayahuasca data scientist. Do we think Rodgers is watching this game too? Yeah. Yeah, actually. I bet he is. Because the thing with Rodgers is... one, he has stayed incredibly cordial / complimentary to Green Bay. But 2, he has a million friends still on this roster. And maybe he doesn't like everyone on this roster. But I have no doubt he is sitting at home right now watching his friends play. Maybe dozing off in between because of, as your name alludes to, what he has in his physiological system at this point, coming off surgery, looking to relieve some pain. Maybe he's having some tea. Maybe he's eating some fungus from the earth. We don't know. Maybe he's listening to animal mating sounds, as he said on Pat McAfee, because he's got to get those vibrations into his body to make his Achilles heal quicker. You do you, boo. But one thing I can say for sure is he probably is watching his friends play football. So what state he's in while doing it, I don't know. But he's probably doing that. I'll give you that for sure. David throwing out a couple jersey suggestions. Bobby Dillon, yeah, another guy. I know he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame now, but in terms of Packer lore, in terms of Packer history, Bobby Dillon, vastly underrated. That's a good answer. And number 44 jersey too. Who in the world has those? And then Chris saying, in my timeline of watching the Packers and even getting to see him in the Super Bowl, my favorite player and jersey, Clay Matthews. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I used to own a Matthews jersey, and then my figure got fuller. Let's say that in a nice way. And so I no longer have a Clay Matthews jersey. Yeah. David.
Did you get a new one?
Do I have a Matthews right now?
I think so.
Oh,
Super Bowl one, isn't it?
Yeah, but that one don't fit. And then David, it's in my possession, but that one doesn't fit. And then David saying, I have Herb Adderley, right? I'm assuming that's not short for Arnie Herber. But yeah, Herb Adderley, the Jair of the 60s. In a lot of different ways, like personality included in some ways. Yeah, hey, that's a nice throwback jersey to have. I personally, right now, I have Nitschke. I have a personalized one that says my last name on the back. Yeah, I'm just not much of a I like having jerseys around, but that's more my memorabilia collector side of me. I'm I never have found jerseys to be that incredibly comfortable to wear. It's just not my thing, not my deal. Do you want to grab that right down there for me, please? Because Chris, your favorite player is Clay Matthews, huh? Well, I have something to show you. Recently acquired. Let me show you here. This is one of my latest pickups. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with some reflections there, but hey, yeah, look at that. From Super Bowl 45, reverse camera, signed by Clay and Nick Collins. Yeah, just picked up this photo. It's a beauty. But I figured Clay Matthews is your favorite. I figured you'd like to see that. David saying, I can't spell Adderley right. I don't blame you. I probably could only because I've written it so many times in the course of the last year. But Adderley, I think, if someone wants to spell check me on that. But yeah, Herb Adderley. That's a cool jersey they have, David. Right on. Chris saying, seriously, wow. Yeah, that is one of my latest pickups. For those of you who don't know and are curious, a good portion of my life is like, my job is buying and selling sports memorabilia. We are hoping in the not so distant future to actually open a shop in the town that we live in for sports memorabilia, 99% Packers. So that world is very much the world that I live in and deal in. And yeah, one of my latest pickups. So Clay Matthews, Nick Collins, really, really awesome.
I'd still pick Aaron Jones jersey. I don't care if he's not here for much longer.
I mean, I get it. And Aaron Jones is a Packer through and through. Like it. My thing is, okay, with an Aaron Jones jersey, like I wouldn't be. Here's the right words. If Aaron Jones is on the team next year, absolutely wear it through all next year. But then if Aaron Jones leaves the year after that when his contract is up and winds up and goes and signs with the Buccaneers because they're on my other TV right now, I'm not going to wear an Aaron Jones Packer jersey while Aaron Jones is actively in the NFL for somebody else. So it's like I would have to retire that jersey until Aaron Jones retired and then became synonymous with the Packers again.
I saw it with Devontae Adams jersey.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, we don't need to talk about that. But it's kind of like Rodgers is kind of an exception because he's one of the three quarterbacks. Like he's one of the trifectas. Like I at least understand that. But like I would feel super weird just personally. Like you feel how you feel, whatever. But like just personally, I would feel really weird wearing an Aaron Rodgers jersey right now because he's not employed by the Packers. He's actively employed by one of the Packers' 31 competitors. So that would feel weird. So that's just my personal thing. That's why if I'm going to pick up a jersey, I want it to be of a guy who's I know I can wear for a long time. That's that. David saying, I looked at my Herb jersey. You spelled it correctly. Adderley. Right on. Thank you, David. Thanks for taking a look. And Chris saying, did you see where Clay and Cam Newton had words at the line of scrimmage during a game in Charlotte? Clay called, watch the wheel route. Cam said, you been watching film, huh? I was like, fight. Yeah, that is one of the coolest little NFL clips ever, right? Like that was so cool. And just the way that Cam said it too. Like Clay was just getting his defense in line. Watch the wheel. And then Cam in the most like wonderfully arrogant way. Just like, oh, you've been watching film, huh? Cool, watch this. And then they do something not the wheel route at all. Wind up scoring on Green Bay. As a football fan, that was a really friggin' cool moment. Yeah, I love that. Will we see a lot more rumbling, bumbling, stumbling Musgrave in the second half? I hope so. I like the way that they started to use him towards the end of half one. They had the quick slant. It wasn't a sweep, as I recall off the top of my head, but it was something like over near the sideline. If today, with Watson out, if Musgrave is not your decoy up the seam to keep the defense honest deep, which he doesn't appear to be, then I really like him using his speed in the intermediate or the short to get the ball out and moving down the field quickly. So I hope so. And like you say too, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Yeah, get him the ball in some space and let him humble, rumble, bumble and go all the way down. I want to see Musgrave in space. Seems to be something that the Packers, when it's a scripted play, don't seem to get him into space yet all that often. And David saying, remember all the Packers fans wearing Favre jerseys? Yeah, right? Isn't that just isn't it just weird?
When I was younger, I had a Favre jersey, and I remember being in the kitchen with my dad and taking duct tape and taking the 4, turning it into a 0, putting duct tape over the Favre. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And at training camp, I did see a bunch of Rodgers jerseys with duct tapes turning it into a 0 and then love across. So,
yes.
All right.
Sour.
Game on. We're moving on to half 2 as the kick goes bouncing out of the back of the end zone. There's Kenny and Jonathan Vilma looking all sharp. So, all right. Half 2, Packers up 10-9. Falcons starting off the ball on the 25 following the touchback. And looks like Algier in the backfield again for Atlanta. Tight end off to the left-hand side and the offensive line. Cool. Luke Van Ness giving chase until he's knocked down. Oh, incomplete. And the receiver for Atlanta cannot hang on to that ball. Incomplete for Atlanta. All right. Any news out there? Oh, I'm seeing the tweets now. Oh, no. Jenkins has now been ruled out. Okay, so the steel wall left side of the Green Bay Packers, Bakhtiari and Elton Jenkins, are both now out. And that is so less than ideal. Yeah, Jenkins is out. Thank you, Lake Hubbles. You know how I was saying that the Packers need to orchestrate like quick schemed open plays? Now really, really, really need to do quick schemed open plays.
Almost an interception there.
Yeah, Ritter rolling out to the right and off target. Incomplete as he was trying to go to his number 1 wide receiver, Jake London. 2nd and 15 now for the Falcons. There he is. What a man, what a man, what a mighty fine man. Joe Barry up in the booth. Only his 2nd game up in the booth. I have not really talked about that on the channel, but Joe Barry historically has been on the sidelines as D coordinator. But this year, he's up in the booth to get a more overall picture of the field. And hey, whatever works, we'll try it. And there he is. Whoa! 2nd and 15, and Ritter almost lost his head.
That was another almost interception.
Yeah, incomplete pass to Hollins. Atlanta with a quick 3rd and 15 to start off the second half. Yeah, that was Quay and the blitz. Quay went from the inside linebacker position around what would be the left side of the line and darn near annihilated Ritter. But Hollins just straight up with the drop. I mean, if you're a wide receiver, it can't hit your body without contact and have it go to the ground, and that is what we got. 3rd and 15 for the Falcons. 2 seconds left of the play clock. Ritter gets off the snap. Pass rush coming in for Green Bay. Ritter choosing not to throw to his wide receiver in a very interesting quarterback choice. Instead, throws it to Quay Walker,
who fails to catch it.
The pure anger from you. Yeah, Quay.
It was in his hands.
You should be glad you weren't here for the Jair one. Quay. Yeah, that's straight up in his mitts.
Is it wide receiver catching practice?
Defensive catch. I mean, hey, that was nearly 2 picks in 2 weeks for Quay.
Good job for being there. Come on now.
Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been a heck of a lot better field position than this punt. So Packers going to take over with the ball at about the 35. But Quay,
Janelle, I agree.
I can tell you how, actually, because Walker was running one way and then bent his body backward to get the ball, like a receiver trying to catch a late pass, right? Still should have been caught. I'm not excusing it. It's just that's why he dropped it. Still, though,
I'm gonna
man.
go Quay Walker on Quay Walker.
And you know what? Like Pebbles, with some positivity, getting in the way at least. Yes, we're going to give him a PBU. We'll give him pass breakup. It at least was something for Quay. Packers got the ball back, right? That's kind of the whole idea. But yeah,
Catch the ball.
it should have been caught. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. I can't really excuse that one that much. Packers now with the ball. Dylan running forward for a gain of a couple, maybe three-ish. Yeah. Chris Hand, target dummy number 2. Quay and Jair, target dummies today. And then Ayahuasca data scientist saying Ritter should have at least 3 picks. Yes, he should. Yes. And one of them probably would have been a pick 6 for Jair. Yeah, absolutely. Like we got the 1 pick for Razul and then 2 other balls that have gone straight to defenders. Not good. But hey, at least the Packers have the ball. 2nd and 6 on about the 38. Love and shotgun rolling back a little bit. And finding Samari Toure. Is that going to be a first down?
Maybe. I don't know.
Looked like it was real close to the line.
He had to go back for it. But,
Y'all, I'm worried about Elton Jenkins. I don't like that it's a knee injury, and I don't like that he's out. I don't like it. I don't like that one bit. And I don't like that their main plan for backing him up was bringing in Royce Newman. I got to believe if Elton Jenkins is going to miss some time that the plan isn't Royce Newman at left guard. I have to believe that in order to keep my faith in humanity.
Dylan for a run of nothing.
Yeah, okay. 2nd and 9. Yeah, they got to get Dylan some running lanes. I've been very critical of Dylan this week, but against Chicago, a number of his carries were clogged before he even got the ball. And today, that has sometimes been the case too. Right? So, in all fairness, does he need to run harder? Does he need to be better? Yes. But
gotta give him some.
got to give him some leeway because he's not like he's got space. What in the world? J-Love. Nice. Leaving his feet and completing it to Dobbs on kind of a hook going out the right sideline.
I mean, he really is just cool as a cucumber, man.
Love?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
poised for days.
Yeah, that was a.
And then Romeo. Yeah, getting over to the sideline, getting that ball. Very nice play. Very nice catch. First down, Green Bay.
Who needs to be planted to throw? Overrated.
1st and 10 for Green Bay. More play action for Green Bay. And a little completion to Josiah DeGuara, and it goes nowhere. Gain of maybe 1 to the fullback tight end guy. This is essentially his position at this point. Would like to see some stretch plays to Wilson. Their D tackle is no joke. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, running up the middle against Atlanta doesn't make any sense. Their middle is too good. Calais Campbell, Grady Jarrett, Eddie Goldman, like they're too good in the middle. If you're going to run the ball, you generally got to do it to the outside against this Falcon front. Their edge defenders are not that good of run defenders, Bud Dupree included. So, but at the same, okay. See, and that's just what I was going to say. At the same time, the Packers have done halfback tosses outside today a number of times, and it's just no.
All right. Flag on the Falcons for holding. Their coach kind of looks like a dad, like in high school football.
Yeah, with a short sleeve hoodie
right?
and just a mustache. Yep, I get it. I see it. But Graham called for
the slightly too tight t-shirts.
Yeah, called for defensive holding. So okay, 1st and 10 for Green Bay. We'll take it. From about the 33 of Atlanta. Love dropping back more play action for Green Bay.
Woo! Beautiful.
And yes.
Sorry.
There it is. Dontavian Wicks. Beautiful. Yes, fighting off the defenders. More play action for Green Bay. Love finding Wicks across the middle of the field, where Wicks then shakes off the defenders and gets his way into the end zone. That was beautiful. Yes, and you know what? I did get some questions this week about why was Wicks on the field so much last week? Like, a man really didn't have much of a preseason, and then there he was last week, basically leading the Packers receivers in snaps. That right there is part of what they see in Wicks.
Straight through the middle.
Anders is perfect, and I can say that.
Doubting him.
I can say Anders is perfect because it's a fact-based statement at this point. He is perfect thus far on the season. Extra points and field goal kicks. That was beautiful, y'all. I mean, Wicks, really, really nicely done to shake off the defender and then plant his foot, get driving forward again, and reach the end zone. Yeah, that was a nice play every single way around. Yeah, Big Pop Penguin, let's go. At Kebbles, let's go. Wicks, Janelle, Wicks. And then Ayahuasca data scientist. Yes, J-Love with the flex. I do kind of love that that's become J-Love's thing, right? As he's just running off. Just that. It's so simple, yet so pure.
Well, and
it's such a statement.
Like, it's so him.
I love it.
Of just like the confidence, but just like
understated confidence. Right? Yeah. It's not it's not a massive separation like a belt. Mm-hmm. It's not just showing you who I am, reminding you that I'm. No, it's not. It's just that was more Roger's style. Yeah. Whereas Love is a very showy. Love is a very quiet human being. And the belt.
We love that.
Look, the belt was the coolest celebration we had seen in eternity, especially for the Packers. Like, I mean, the belt was the coolest thing ever. It's just
everybody was
Love's
doing
different.
That.
He's a different dude. Jordan's girlfriend must love how much he shines after halftime break. Sorry, it was too tempting. You know what? When we actually get merch rolling out, which I'm hoping for later this month, the love puns, y'all. I know everyone's doing it, but the puns, they're gonna be there. They're real. They're real and they're fantastic. Wicks make the Falcons look weak. Yeah. I mean, he did. Like, he just shook off that one dude. That was really nice. Damn, I know I've said it a bunch, but that was nice. Across the middle of the field, too. These baby Packers, they ain't playing. They go to the middle of the field. They ain't afraid. Hey, in case you're curious, on the other TV, I got Chiefs Jacksonville now. Chiefs up 14-6 over the Jaguars in the second half of that game. So, just in case you were curious. All right, so that play to Wicks is a 32-yard touchdown. Nice.
First NFL touchdown for Wicks.
Mm-hmm.
Aww. Yeah.
And he didn't have any catches last week, so I think that's his second or third catch today. So cool for that young man. And the kick is into the end zone, which means Falcons are going to start off with the ball on the 25-yard line. All right, come on, D. Yeah. D needs to come out just like they did to start off the half again. Bottle them up. But, I mean, yeah, that was really nice. Cool.
So good.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, hand off to Bijan.
Oh, come on.
It just didn't stop. The play just didn't stop.
He was just like walking through the horde of people.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta did a really nice job, like surrounding Bijan, and fending off the Packers. So a good run for Bijan there. Wow. 85 rush yards to go along with 9 receiving yards at this point for Bijan. Ay. First and 10 for the Falcons now at about the 37. Another handoff to Bijan.
Gain of 5?
Yeah, thereabouts. So it is kind of curious. Atlanta kind of pulled a Matt LaFleur and Aaron Jones. The drive before halftime where the Falcons marched down the field, got a touchdown. It was Bijan who mostly led the charge, right? And then they came out after halftime, and in that quick drive that the Falcons did that almost ended in the Quay Walker interception, we didn't see Bijan as much. And now I think Arthur Smith is like, oh yeah, Bijan's on the team. And now they're going back. Like, this Falcon offense is best when they use Bijan a lot. That's logically very clear.
2nd and 5. Quick pass for first down.
Quick pass to the tight end, Jonnu Smith, who is making an impact today. Goodness. That was not on my bingo card. Didn't see Jonnu Smith being successful today. Feels like an anomaly, not going to lie.
Better than what I got.
Yeah, that's true. Nice little tight end screen almost. So they are now into Packer territory, marching right on down the field. Like Hebel saying, gonna bribe an official to let Dylan sip number 7's Gatorade.
Some go-go juice in there?
Something, right? Heck, I'll donate a Red Bull to the cause. Let's get AJ going. Ritter taking the snap, handing it off to Algier, who had just a parting of the Red Seas. And he just lunges forward, gain of 7 there for Tyler Algier. Non-football question. Outside of football, are you guys doing any early Halloween decorations, or is it too early? Not crashing on the summer fans.
It's never too
early. It is spooky season now, my friend.
Coming soon.
Decorations? No, not really. We're in an apartment. So we have some, like, shouldn't say that. We're in a townhome. So we have a front and backyard. We're just like connected to other townhomes.
Sorry, neighbors. And first down.
Algier with the first down. Atlanta's really starting to run the ball now, and it's concerning.
But indoor decorations are coming soon.
Yeah, probably next week, actually. It's definitely coming soon. Has DeAndre been quiet, or is it just me from the data scientist? You talking Campbell? Devondre? No, you're right. Devondre's at his best making plays on runners who are coming around the edge. I don't know if they're going. So Devondre Campbell with the tackle. Just as I was saying, Devondre Campbell. Yeah. But look, I mean, he's at his best. He's at his most playmaking when he's with guys in space, kind of off to the side, away from the edge. And it's just, I haven't seen him in that position much today. I also haven't seen him in pursuit much today, which is another strong point of his, kind of leading the swarm. And I'm also seeing, I don't wonder if something's going on injury-wise, because I've seen McDuffie on the field more than last week. So maybe they're just using a heavier rotation at inside linebacker today, because like right now, McDuffie's on the field for 2nd and 4. And it's just, it's not what they did last week. Man. And not LVN. How dare you, Falcons? Yeah, I'm hoping, I didn't mention it, but LVN looked banged up. I'm hoping that was a quick one. Like he'll just be back in. It didn't look.
No, they were just chatting with them. No.
Yeah. Not seeing any quick updates as I scan the news, though. But Thomas Ott saying, wow, still at halftime?
Defense might still be in the lock.
When the Falcons first came out, the defense was better. But I think this drive is more emblematic of what we knew Green Bay would struggle with. Atlanta has a very effective run game. Green Bay, while their run defense was better last week, it is still a work in progress. Because we know last year they were pretty bad at run defense. Not pretty bad. They were bad at run defense last year. So Atlanta, this drive, is using that. They are clearing lanes, and Atlanta is very, very good at running the ball with Bijan and Algier. And it's what they're doing.
And Bijan for most likely a first down.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Bijan gaining 9 or 10. Looks like
10.
they're going to give him the first down, so he gains the full 10. And he breaks 2-3 tackles to do it. And like I mentioned in the first half, like some of it you are just going to deal with. Like Bijan Robinson is going to get missed tackles. It's just the nature of the beast when facing Bijan Robinson. Not 3 per play. That's suddenly a you problem. Rashawn Gary in pursuit, can't get to him. Ritter throwing to the back of the end zone.
He's in.
Touchdown, Falcons. To Mac Hollins. I really want to see the replay. I mean, Gary was in pursuit. He was following Ritter. Gary dove, didn't reach Ritter in pursuit as Ritter was rolling right. And then Razul kind of got blocked out. Looked like Razul was supposed to be with Hollins, and then he kind of got blocked out. Like Ritter was just trying to find somebody. And then there was Hollins in the middle back of the end zone, chilling decently by himself. And it looks like partly because Razul got like blocked out by Pitts as Pitts was turning and looking where the ball was. Not that Pitts was blocking Razul, but was a big body in the way for Razul to get back over by Hollins. So Hollins getting the toes in, touchdown, Atlanta. Like Kebble's saying, nice foot control, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, he got his toes in. Like he had to extend for that ball because it's Ritter, so he threw it really high. But Hollins got his toes in. That's legit. Credit where credit's due. And no credit to Green Bay's defense there.
Nope. Because
it's not due. That's the point. I mean, he at least gets his toes in.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if this gets overturned. But they're taking a look at it. Just they review all scoring plays.
He's in. Even the one heel that touched.
Big Papa Penguin saying his left heel is on the line. But Janelle saying she thinks it's a touchdown. Thomas saying yes, very close. See, I'm sure our game casts are at least a little off, but I don't know. The angle they're showing right now, that obviously I'm hoping it's not, but to me, it looks like it's good for Atlanta. Although I hear the announcer right now speaking left heel. Can at least hear that. So Big Papa Penguin, maybe you're onto something. Like Kebble's saying, if he touched white, doesn't count. Man got his heels on. It's those long cleats, man.
Oh.
That's no touchdown. Oh, that sucks to suck, Matt Collins. I'm so sorry to hear that. Big Papa Penguin told you. Yes, you were right, Big Pop. All credit where credit's due, just like I was just saying. All credit to you. All credit to you. That is correct, Big Papa Penguin.
F it up.
Janelle reversed. Yep. Thomas live is lagging for me. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. Maybe it's just a connection thing. Hopefully it fixes itself real soon. And like I was saying, like we futzed with the settings this week. Hopefully we're not too far behind the game cast. I think we got everything turned up as far as it can go. So it's about where we have to live in YouTube's confines.
Come on, defense. Don't do this.
All right, 2nd and 10 from about the 12.
Don't screw up.
Ritter rolling back. Yes!
Great stop.
Handing it off to Algier and Rashawn Gary and TJ Slayton.
No lost yards. Ooh, not surprising.
If you are a running back and you run into TJ Slayton and Rashawn Gary, that is so much man that you just ran into. And Algier goes down in a heap. And that sets up 3rd and 10.
Come on, defense.
Bijan in the backfield, of course. Pitts off to the right. Looks like Drake London, the lone receiver, down on the bottom of the screen with Jair Alexander there in coverage. 3rd and 10 for Atlanta. Come on. Don't let... Shit. Yes! Huge sack for Green Bay.
Hey. Be careful.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
That was huge. Preston Smith starting the sack process, I think. Maybe I got the jerseys mixed up. Yeah, Preston Smith getting it started. Rashawn and Kenny finishing it. Oh, the veterans making some plays for the Packer defense. Huge
All right.
sack
Come
for the
dude,
Green Bay
shank it
Packers.
Shank it.
33-yard attempt now for Koo.
It's fine.
That's good.
It's fine.
Thomas saying no heels in. Thomas, are we that detached now in terms of coverage? I hope not. If you're talking about the play, is there a flag on the field goal?
There's a late flag on a field goal.
What did y'all do? Like, who did what? It's a field goal.
Yes.
Janelle Wyatt with a pressure to make him step up. Yep, that's what it looked like. Wyatt was the first one to make Ritter step up into the pocket, which allowed Preston to really get there. Huge,
Do you know
huge.
What the flag is? Does the ref even know what the flag is? Oh, I think it's universal. No, because the coaches are getting a little angry.
Arthur Smith looks PO'd. Well, why is he angry?
I don't know.
So Kingsley Anigbari was offsides, but Atlanta's declining it anyway. I don't know why he's so angry. But anyway, field goal for...
My guess is from the touchdown?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So that makes it 17-12 in one of the goofier scores you can have in football. 17-12, Packers beating the Falcons as it stands right now. That's all that matters.
Maybe you got above that.
What? Oh, that's the one that I don't publish. That's my test one. That was my... We don't show the people that one. Yeah, if y'all haven't realized, I know my way around tech, but I'm not the techiest of the tech. So finding myself in this position is sometimes comical. I run a lot of tests. I run a lot of experimentation, especially in, what we're officially in year 2 of having a podcast now, month 13. And so sometimes we're learning our way. And so sometimes I do test banners in the morning to make sure that they function correctly before we go live. And sometimes if it's just me, I tell myself funny things to brighten my day. Steven saying, I heard that word. Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. Thanks for joining us. I heard that word. I don't even know what I said anymore. I am sure I said whatever you think I said. I just don't remember anymore. All right, 17-12. Ryan Wood, writer for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, just put a super interesting tweet, and one that's very true. In the bend but don't break essence of the Green Bay Packers, red zone is a primary pillar of a good defense. Packers have allowed 272 yards on 51 plays today, an average of 5.1 yards per play. My note here is that's less than ideal. But Ryan Wood goes on to say, they've held the Falcons to 1 for 3 inside the red zone. You'll take that. Yeah, that's kind of the epitome of bend but don't break. Give them the field, but then don't let them score. Holding them to a 33-yard field goal? Yeah, just like that drive earlier in the game where they gave up a field goal. It's like you're defensive nonsense and subpar for 70 yards, and all of a sudden you're great for 20 yards. Nixon with the return. I understand to spring a big play, you have to bring the ball out of the end zone. However, Nixon bringing it out from 8 yards deep in the end zone just to not even get to where a touchback would have put it, less than ideal. Couple saying, now let's punch one in and go home. That's right. 5-point lead. Make this a 2-score game, and let's get out of here. Tom is saying, yes, sir. I'm 30 seconds behind.
He's ahead 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds ahead. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, Thomas. Maybe try refreshing where we are. Sometimes I know that helps. It can help like jump us forward. So if you're so inclined, maybe give that a shot. Love.
Ooh,
going deep to
a heavily guarded. Who's that?
Dobbs was
flag,
yeah.
I think that's.
I mean, the throw was definitely targeted to Dobbs, but Dobbs and Flowers, the corner for Atlanta, were really kind of playing patty cake there for a while.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be. Oh,
there it is, right there,
across the collarbone. Can't do that.
Yeah. If you're a defensive back, you can't extend your arm like that. That's a no-no. And
I was just giving him a hug.
That's not allowed. They're on different teams. Yeah, that's a no-no. You're going to get that flag every single time.
As he deserves.
Whew, okay. Excellent. Another massive pass interference penalty for the Falcons. The with so many injuries for the Packers offensively, they're taking the approach of screw it, they're down there somewhere. Love slinging it and then just getting the penalties.
So
you gotta love it. It's all a part of the plan.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. About an 8-yard gain along the sideline off to the right side. Packers have 2nd and 2 with 2:45 to go in the third. Taking a comment here quick. Chris Hand saying, was it not also B.J. Raji who had an interception against Matt Ryan, our Super Bowl run back in 2011? Was that against Ryan? No, his big one was against the Bears, wasn't it? If I'm remembering correctly, I may have to look that up. But I thought his big one was against the Bears when he became the freezer and all that stuff.
There we go.
Dylan, nice. Dancing in the backfield, then absorbing the contact and pushing forward.
That's the Dylan that we know and love.
That's Dylan.
Once the contact comes, you just keep trucking.
That was a nice pitch. Dylan kicks it to the right of the right tackle as Tom was kind of blocking his guy inside.
Quads.
Yes, that got to the right part of the defense to get some space. Dylan got there. That was nice all the way around. Quality run for the Packers. Dylan up to 11 carries for 45 yards, according to the Gamecast. And Lovin shotgun takes the snap.
Nice.
Finds Reed along the left side. I think that's going to go for, 9.5. Yeah. Beautiful. Tom is saying with the injuries, the Packers are doing well. Yeah, offensively, they have found their rhythm, right? That is such a key for this offense. And I know it's way easier said than done, and I'm harping on them for finding that rhythm. But, that's the whole key for the Packer offense right now is getting some quick completions, just like that completion to Reed for 9.5. Get those going. Get the juices flowing. Get some positive momentum going your way. And then we see the offense click. Timeout for the Packers. 1:01 left in the third. Packers want to make sure they have just the right play call to take a 2-score lead here. So, going to commercial. Lake Hebel saying 87 yards and penalties for Atlanta. Romeo, number 87. The NFL script is wild this year. Yeah, now watch it get wilder. The Falcons get a 3-yard penalty, and then B.J. Raji announces he's coming out of retirement. Let's combine the comments as of recent, right? Then we're talking wild script. And then Chris Hand saying, I thought it was Bears or Falcons. Yeah, I remember it was cold. And he rumbled into the end zone there. When he was doing the Raji dance and everything like that. The Falcons game I remember because Aaron Rodgers was on a mission, that Falcons game. That was quite literally the best quarterback performance I have ever watched in any game ever. I mean, Rodgers against the Falcons, I think it was the divisional round of the playoffs that year in the Super Bowl run. Rodgers could do no wrong. Everything worked. Every throw was perfect. Yeah, that's what I remember the Atlanta game for. But BJ Raji humbling, bumbling, stumbling, rumbling into the end zone. Yeah. Kevin's saying minor earthquake detected in Atlanta. It's BJ Raji. That's what I'm saying. What a comeback that would be, right? Especially while it's relevant right here. Man, that would be awesome. And then was the Falcons game Charles Woodson or Tramon Williams who had a big INT? That was Tramon. Because that was this insane streak for Tramon. Because I remember he had a huge one against the Eagles. Then he had one against the Falcons, which he returned a really long ways, I remember. Yeah, that was when Tramon was just on another planet and was picking everything off. That was, man, you want to talk about a special run. Like that Super Bowl run when the Packers had 14 dudes on IR and all the next man up stuff came to life. And then they just started playing perfect football at the right time. That was special. Janelle saying, long commercial. I was able to feed my snake, use the restroom, and get a drink. NFL's got to make that money. That's the name of the game. Make all that money. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Flowers looks sad he did a bad thing. Oh, and like Ebels will point out, Falcons now up to 110 yards in penalties. I don't have a player who wore number 110, so I can't do that joke anymore. Yes! Jaden Reed. Hey, Wisco Fanatic says all he does is score touchdowns. Look at that. All he does is score touchdowns and do little quick outs for 9 yards. But look at that. Love finding Reed up the right sideline, who just dances his way right in for a pretty easy score. And the Packers now are in position, assuming the extra point, to go up 24-12. Yeah. I mean, Reed kind of doing a little fake block there on the side and then darting out to the right. Defenders couldn't keep up.
And Anders.
That's good.
4.
That's good. Wow. Bad snap, though, from Orzik. Dan Whelan bailing out the process there, getting that snap down. Carlson hitting the extra point. 24-12.
Woo!
Your Green Bay Packers are in the lead.
Woo-hoo.
It's special times, y'all. Special times. Come on, edit. There we go. There we go. And 24-12. Show. Hey. There it is. That feels good. That drive felt really, really good for the offense. I mean, Dylan had that really nice run, and it was only like a gain of 5, that run for Dylan, but it was well done. Like, that was the nice thing to see. It's more encouraging to see a 5-yard run done well than even like, a run of the same distance that was garbage. So that was a big play. And then they got guys open in space and quickly. So Jaden Reed with the score. Patrice saying, great touchdown. Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go. Janelle, 3 touchdowns for Love, all 2 rookies. The baby Pack, they're on the way.
Baby.
They had it. Let's just say this. If everyone pans out on the offensive side of the ball, this has the chance, and I don't mean to speak, too much exaggeration or anything at this juncture, but let's just say that they all pan out. This offense has the opportunity to feel special. Lekevel's now saying passing 3 touchdowns in a game, I can live with that. Through 2 NFL games, since he's become QB1, Jordan Love is now averaging 3 touchdowns a game? And Adam Sheen said he couldn't play football. Maybe Adam Sheen needs to get a new job. Commando saying, yep, feels good. Yeah, right? That drive that was like a weight off the shoulders. That felt right. Thomas saying 6 touchdowns. Yeah, no interceptions. What a super important point, too. And then maybe doesn't get enough play. Not just 6 touchdowns for J Love. No interceptions. And coming out of college, J Love's reputation was a risk-taking gunslinger who's going to throw to the other team. Like, he was more Favre than Rodgers that way. And yet, here we are in the Philly game last year. Didn't really throw to the other team too much. And through 2 games now as quarterback 1. Granted, I will add on the caveat. Atlanta's probably an above average defense. Chicago is not. But it's not like they're facing the 85 Bears. But nonetheless, no interceptions through 2 games. And yet 6 touchdowns? We can live with that. In fact,
we can love that.
I was going to say we love it. All right. Ayahuasca data scientist, all pro type of day for love. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, too, is it's just like last week. Like, first half was frustrating. Like, it just, the offense didn't click. And then all of a sudden, second half, everything just begins to work. They find their rhythm. But yet, like, when you look at the cumulative total, 245 yards and 3 touchdowns last week. This week, I got to look up his exact yardage number as of right now. But 3 touchdowns, no turnovers again. He scrambled for a first down. Do that week in and week out, and that's the type of upper tier quarterback you become. So, yeah. Oh, man. Encroachment on rookie Carl Brooks.
Carl got excited.
Giving the Falcons some free 5 yards there. Yep. Rookie got excited. Hard to blame him. Went early. Happens to everybody. First and 5 now for the Falcons on the 30. There we go. Preston with the stop. Gain of maybe 1 for Bijan, setting up 2nd and 4. David saying, relax, John. Don't jinx them. I know. But I haven't jinxed. I don't feel like I've jinxed anyone this week. That was last week's thing. So we're gonna take the goods. Chris Hand saying, I don't know about you, but my eyes are on Skip B. On what hate he has come towards love. Yeah, I try to ignore anything Skip Bayless says at all times. The Adam Sheen one really got to me because it was so dismissive. Ritter dropping back on 2nd and 4.
Belong to nobody.
Yeah, but we got a flag on the play. So Ritter threw down the right sideline there. Yeah, that kind of looked like the wide receiver had nowhere to go, and that's yeah, I don't know. So as I was saying, the Adam Sheen one just got to me because it felt personal. It just, I don't know. Yeah, Razul with the penalty, illegal use of hands. So giving the Falcons some more free yards, as I'm sure they're going to accept that. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what yard line they're on now following the penalty. 6 seconds to go in the 3rd. Joe Barry, apparently resident Diet Coke drinker. Okay, 1st and 10. And
I mean, okay. We still couldn't get him, but that didn't look like that was supposed to be how it went.
Bijan is a good enough running back to where he made that work, but that really looked at first because Ritter took the snap and then turned to hand it to Bijan. Bijan ran the other way and then doubled back, got the ball, and still turned that into a decent gain for Atlanta.
My bad.
Someone did something wrong. But still, gain for Atlanta there, probably 6-7 yards. Peter saying, no Aaron Jones, no Watson, no Bach, nor Jenkins, and still love shines. It sounds damn good. Yeah, I mean, you ain't kidding, Peter. These are the kinds of games that elevate your status, right? Your best 2 offensive linemen, gone for at least the majority of the game. Bakhtiari the whole game. Your best running back, gone. Your best wide receiver, or your big play wide receiver at the very least. Gone. And you still pull in, as Trader Pete has said, 14 of 19 for 151 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And no interceptions.
Yeah. Like David says, I don't want to jinx it. Jordan Love looks legit, y'all. He's looking good. A very exciting good, too.
Feels good to be a Packer fan.
I love it. And Janelle saying another weak call. Yeah, the call on Razul. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the illegal hands to face or illegal contact part, but stopping the wide receiver's progress. Yeah, it's wide receivers unfortunately going to get that call more often than not, whether it's legit or not.
I'm just watching the Jacksonville game. Who's number 0 for Jacksonville?
I don't know.
He just ran straight into the field goal post.
Who is that? Oh, is that Ridley? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ridley took number 0, and yeah, he did. Ow.
He caught a
Ow.
pass, and yeah, he ran straight. That's gonna be brutal. Padding, but that's gonna hurt.
Thomas saying kind of leaves a bad mark on Rodgers' arrogance. If Love can lead this young team, the team chemistry is real. I've given this a lot of thought, and I think in the immediacy, yes, I agree, Thomas. I think this makes Rodgers look bad right now. In the long term, 10 years from now, I think we're going to look at this and just say, like history has kind of shown with Favre, it was just time. It was time. The Rodgers relationship had run its course. So it was time. And then the Packers didn't just switch over to J-Love. They had all of these young guys too. So they just turned the page to a whole new era, even more so than when Rodgers did take over from Favre. So in the immediate, yeah, 100%. It's not the best look for Rodgers that Love's coming out with all of his friends. But we kind of suspected this too, right? Like Love is playing with his friends. Rodgers was playing with dudes he didn't know, partly through his own fault.
Come on.
Nice.
So, not allowing Algier to get
Algier keeping Algier from advancing forward all the way out of bounds. So Thomas, I 100% get what you're saying. Man. Yeah, it doesn't even have a beard there, if you want to call that a beard.
Yeah. No gray either. No salt or pepper in that one.
Yeah. So yeah. Thomas, I very much get what you're saying. I think long term though, like little bit of trickeration.
Come on, catch that.
Yeah, wrong dude caught it. Yeah. Trickery for the Falcons, kind of a modified flea flicker.
That was another one.
And the Packers bit. They bit hard.
Savage could have got a hand.
So Ritter aired it out deep to Mac Hollins.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, basically a double flea flicker. Like he handed it to Algier. Algier handed it to London, who pitched it back to Ritter. Ritter then chucked it 40 yards down the field to Hollins, who, like, Savage got there.
Come on.
Algier gaining 1. Savage got to the receiver to make sure Hollins couldn't go any farther, but couldn't break up the pass.
Yeah,
huge.
Kind of looked like Savage just got caught.
Huge play for the Falcons. Yeah. But I think the whole offense bit or defense. Like they saw the first fake, and then everyone came running up to stop what they thought was a run. And then, it wasn't a run. And they had to run backwards real fast. Yeah, I mean, that was really well done by Atlanta. And Green Bay just completely and utterly fell for it. 2nd and 9 now, on about the 11 for Atlanta. Carry for Bijan.
Another.
Campbell and Quay.
I like it.
I like it. The law firm of Campbell and Quay bringing down Bijan Robinson. That's nice. That's nice.
Put that on a billboard.
Yeah.
Give it a slogan.
Chris taking this question real quick. John, is Eric Stokes playing? Who's our starting base cornerbacks playing? Stokes is not playing. He's still in the pup. It's going to be at least week 5 for Stokes. I suspect it's going to be later. But he is still recovering from his multiple lower leg injuries, from his ankle, his foot, everything he had going on. And then London with the catch, not quite a first down. So that's up 4th down for the Falcons. So our true base starting corners are Jair and Razul. And then in the nickel is Keyshawn Nixon. First one off the bench is generally Carrington Valentine in terms of pure corners, because they've kind of been using practice squad elevations to get him a 5th corner. But the only 4 on the true roster would be those 3 and then Valentine. So 4th and 4, this is 12 minutes to go. This is darn near the game here already. Ball on the 6-yard line, 4th and 4. And he's got the ball. Yep, it's Ritter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they faked the handoff to Bijan. The
And
Packers
they did
D-line went after Bijan, and Ritter, with a nice fake, ran out to the side and was not brought down. Touchdown,
Yep.
Atlanta.
We're getting tricked. We're getting tricked.
Yeah. Mick, I saw you earlier comment, like, tackle the ball carrier, tackle the ball carrier. Right now, identify the ball carrier. It will help the process. Cool with the extra point, trying to cut it down to a 5-point lead again. And he does. 24-19, 11:48 to go. Yeah. I mean, that drive was defined by Atlanta by 2 trick plays.
Yeah.
I mean, and the other one's just a fake. Let's not call it a trick play. But things that the Packers very, very much bit on.
Yeah.
And that's a really good way to lose to a team like the Falcons. So the defense, one of the keys for him this week was to stay assignment sure. Atlanta likes to do all of this trick, fake, short game stuff, just like Chicago does. And I felt last week like the defense played more conservatively to keep everyone in front of them, didn't pursue as hard. And all that's for reasons, right? Like, stay assignment sure. Stay in your place until you know a ball carrier is coming at you. That's part of the zone concept. They're not doing it as much this week. This week is a lot more like, oh, I think he's got the ball. Go get him. And then, oh, he didn't have the ball. Row, Reggie. And then, yeah. I know I'm oversimplifying, but it's very frustrating. And something that the Packers appear to have done better last week than they are doing this week. So Atlanta trimming into the lead. It's now 24-19. And in case you're wondering, Kansas City still beating Jacksonville 14-9, as they're now in the fourth quarter as well. So, and if someone were to ask, like, whose fault is it on plays like that? The thing is, there's not a simple answer. It's the entire unit biting, like believing a fake, believing the trick, and then pursuing what they think is going on. And then they turn out to be wrong. So, like, if you're looking for someone to blame on those plays, darn near everybody. Now, I will add on the fake from Ritter to Bijan, I will add that there was a missed tackle. I think it was Razul who had a chance at stopping Ritter between what would have been the first down and the goal line. Like, we're talking like around the 1 or 2. He had a chance and Ritter made a miss. So, again, tackling, not great for the Packers today. But, yeah, less than ideal. Peter saying, pick 6 for the Seahawks. Good. Anything to take the Lions down at this point. We'll take it.
I mean, I hope this is kind of a foreshadowing, but like, they just pan to the crowd of Atlanta and they have a cheese grater.
Oh,
but the handle's broken. So I hope that's just like a little extra something.
If you're gonna go and get a cheese grater hat, at least get a full cheese grater hat. Like, get a good one.
It's like it's
not a broken one.
Hat. It's a large ass.
Oh, okay.
Probably made of foam or something, but yeah, the little like handle at the top.
Yeah,
it's broken.
Some teams, especially Chicago, rather than having like a cheese head, they'll wear a cheese grater.
Oh,
like on their head, like a cheese head.
I mean,
yeah. All right, so 5 seconds left on the play clock. Love still adjusting. And okay, we get the snap off with 1 second left on the clock. Love dropping back. Love throwing to nobody. Targeted was Wicks, who there just was not a lot of separation there. And I don't know if it was an overthrow or if Wicks was held up, but regardless,
he was pretty held up.
Incomplete pass.
Pretty well covered that one, I think.
Oh, yep. Dobbs was open. Yeah, that replay didn't look like the best for Love.
Can't see it all.
Oh, that's true. But you do have to see the wide open dudes.
Dylan for
a couple. So we got a third down here. I mean, the momentum right now is with Atlanta. Green Bay's got to take up some clock, and they got to get a couple first downs here. 3rd and 9. We're going no huddle. 3rd and 9, 11:20 to go in the game. Love adjusting stuff at the line. We got bodies moving all over behind the line for Green Bay. I'm sure that building is getting loud. 3rd and 9. We got 3 receivers down to the left, 1 up top. Dylan in the backfield with Love. Love takes the snap, throws to the right.
Almost intercepted. That was not great.
Okay. Love threw to, I think it was Malik Heath. Yeah, that's Heath up there. AJ Terrell, Atlanta's best best corner in coverage. And Love just pulled a Ritter. I mean, that pass was more to Terrell than it was to Heath. Oh, yeah,
that touched the hands of Terrell.
But here's my other problem. It's 3rd and 9. And you basically call a 4-yard curl to the guy who's covered by their best corner. What was the expectation for that play to succeed in getting a first down? Like I
totally missed him. Drop down. There we go.
Owens with a nice special teams tackle.
Yeah, that was good.
And there's a flex. My issue with that play call is, what is the belief that is going to succeed? It's 3rd and 9. So I know I'm an advocate for quick passes and get the ball out and get rhythm going, right? But 3rd and 9, you're running a 4-yard curl? Okay, so Owens made a really nice tackle to bring down the punt returner. And now we know how, because that was a penalty on Green Bay, and Owens got a face mask.
Really, really bad timing for this when Atlanta's going on a tear.
Yeah. Peter's saying, poor call by LaFleur. I just don't get it, right? Like, I'm fine with going no huddle. Like, get Atlanta backpedaling a little bit, right? Go no huddle into 3rd and 9. Green Bay almost never does that. So, like, you can catch them off guard, right? But then that's the play. Now, granted, I don't know what the other side of the field looked like. Maybe there were routes over there. Maybe Love didn't even do his first read. Maybe Love just read the defense and said, oh, Terrell's one-on-one with Heath. Let's rely on Heath to win that matchup, and knew he was going to go to Heath regardless of what was going to happen. Maybe it was just a quick read by Love. But the thing is, from what we know at this time of that play, it was 3rd and 9, coming off of a no huddle. You have Heath one-on-one against their best corner, and you run a 4-yard curl. What is the thinking? What is the logic that even if that play is successful, it's going to get a first down? Like, even if that pass is complete, great. You just got 4 yards to Heath off to the side, who still needs to beat his man in open field to get the first. And that's assuming no safety help over the top on Heath's side. It's like, that's what I'm failing to see. If I can justify or see the vision from coaching and Love, I can always defend it. I'm not going to get upset when I understand what they're going for. Even if that play went well, what's the outcome? 7-8 yards? Like, even if you complete that pass and Terrell is right there, okay, 5-6 yards? If Heath can wiggle around Terrell a little bit and push forward, maybe get the first down, but it's a maybe. So, like, I don't like it. I don't like that one at all. Commando saying 2 horrible reads by Love. I mean, for sure, the one, like, he straight up missed Dobbs cutting open deep down the right. Okay, so they're showing a replay of Owens hanging onto the punt returner's face mask.
Where?
I don't know if I agree with that. Like, maybe he got a finger caught on the face mask. And yeah, like I overheard the announcer kind of say, like, anytime you touch any part of the face mask, that's going to be a penalty. But there is some allowance for incidental contact. And that looked hard to say that actually helped in the tackling process at all, or that it was purposeful. So, yeah. Oh, frustrating right now. Van Ness is in fact hurt. Elbow, questionable.
I don't like anything that's happening right now.
Like Hebbles, thanks for the update, even if I don't like the update. All right, come on. We got to get stopped. We got to get some momentum back. 2nd and 6, they pitch it to Algier, who runs into some bodies in the backfield, but he keeps going and winds that into about a 3-yard gain. Wyatt and Hollins with the tackle. Man.
Oh, and Bijan's back in.
Mick saying, let's hear some Green Bay tight end names in your play call. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate the tight ends getting a little bit more involved at this point. It is not what is being called right now. That I can say. Yeah. That's what we got. 3rd and 2. And Ritter
breaks free for the first down.
Ritter is being a more successful runner this week than Fields ever was last week. And that's not how that's supposed to work.
No.
Like I was saying at the beginning of the game, like Ritter is a mobile QB, but he's no Fields. And yep. Look at him go. First down. First down for Atlanta. 1st and 10, Ritter dropping back.
Wide open.
That's bad. Feels like a right time to put up that comment. Ah, crap. They remembered Robinson exists.
Like,
yeah.
That
wide open. Yeah.
Like, did we think that he's a good running back so he doesn't know how to catch? Like,
no, he's very, very good at catching. That was a busted zone. There is no way the defensive play call was to not have anyone on the right sideline at all in any way, shape, or form. And yet that's what the players did. There we go.
Stop him. That's right.
Bringing him down in the backfield. Loss of maybe 3 on the run. Jair, one of the first guys there.
That was hey, we forgot about you last time. We're not going to forget about you this time.
And I feel like I said this last week too against Chicago, but like there's just no way that the defensive play call was to have a good third of the field empty. Like there's that wasn't the call. There's no way.
They are on a tear.
And yet there it was. So 2nd and 12. Let's get back to the positive. 2nd and 12. Ritter and shotgun dropping back. Brooks in pursuit.
Kind of.
Brooks is not as fast as Ritter. It's just Brooks is not. But so Ritter scrambles out to the left, gains a few. 8:16 to go in the game. 3rd and 7, so he only gained 3. 3rd and 7 now.
So he gained 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. He gained 5 because they were at 12. Thank you. My bad.
Come on, defense. Get angry.
3rd and 7, 8:16 to go in the game. Atlanta now on the 20.5 of Green Bay.
That's not what I wanted them to do. Oh, nothing? Be done. Incomplete.
Packers
of course, he's going to say he caught it.
They might have just caught another break on behalf of Hollins. So, yeah, not a good throw by Ritter. Hollins had to completely go back for it. But nonetheless.
Oh, no. No.
What?
You know how in like baseball, pitcher, they always like move the hand into the the strike or
pitch framing.
Yeah. He it's like we're playing BS or something. He's like, oh yeah, I caught that. Not even close.
But
he dropped the hell out of that.
I mean, moral of the story is the Packers defense just caught a break. Like Hollins, that was not a good throw by Ritter. Hollins, there you go. Koo is good. So Atlanta cutting the lead down to 2, 24-22.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, Hollins
Thank you for keeping us in this.
Right? Honestly, MVP of the game. Thank you.
So Hollins, Hollins just let that drop to the ground.
He tried so hard to be like, nah, I got that. What are you talking about? I got that.
Atlanta opting to not go for it, kick the field goal instead, cut the lead down to 24-22 Green Bay. Let me go in and adjust the banner. Yeah. 24-20. 24-22. Oh. Look at that. 24-22. Green Bay still in the lead somehow. Man, it doesn't feel like they should be.
Nope.
Not after.
We need this next drive to be something.
Not after how the defense has been performing as of late. But bend but don't break, otherwise known as the cardiac plan for defense, or the let's make all the fans have a heart attack defense. Janelle saying need to score on this one. You ain't kidding, Janelle. You ain't kidding. I mean, 2-point lead is we're happy to have a 2-point lead, but the problem is it doesn't really feel like they're in the lead right now. No. And an offensive drive that takes time off the clock and results in points would go a long way to securing this victory. I think it has to be like two-faceted like that. Don't just give the ball right back to Atlanta. Even if you do come up away with a field goal or something. If you're able to make it a 2-score game, fantastic. But let's take some time off the clock here. Chris saying you guys are so funny. Oh, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Chris. And Mick saying do something, tight ends. A lot of it has to do with the play calls, right? We don't know as if they're dialing up any plays for Musgrave to be the first read right now. We don't know. I can tell you that play call to end the Packers' last drive was horrendous in every way from what we know of it. But
if you're that's on me. That's my bad. I need to do better about that today in the press conference.
Yeah, that's on me. We need to be better.
Yep.
We just weren't prepared enough. Yeah, we know, LaFleur. We know.
Same script, different week.
Yeah, but hey, positive vibes. Also, that cute little graphic of Love and Rodgers over their first 2 starts. I really hope that we're in start 56 for Love years from now, and we still get a game-by-game update of 56 games into his starting career, Aaron Rodgers did this. Shut up. It's game 2. I don't care. Game 1 was fine, but we're moving on.
Yeah.
All right. 24-22, 8:10 to go in the game. Green Bay taking over with the ball. On the field, we got Toure, Reed, Dillon, and is that Wicks? Dobbs? Yep. Okay. With the ball on the 25. And a run for Dillon. Yes, nice. There we go.
Very nice.
Powering through for a 6-yard gain. Makes it 2nd and 4 with just over 8. And okay. Looked like Dillon was limping, but he's good.
Allowed.
He's good. His quads fixed his ankle. All right. Yeah. 2nd and 4 for Green Bay. And like I said, don't be shocked if they try to absorb time here. Can't hurt. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. They're back up, lined up. They got at least one tight end on the field now. I can tell you that, Mick. Must be Musgrave down there. Another carry for Dillon.
Almost a first down.
Oh, that's going to be close. That's going to be close. 3rd and 1 is what the telecast is calling it right now.
I do believe so. Come on.
3rd and 1 now, under 7 minutes to go in the game. We got DeGuara in motion, getting back to the fullback spot. Yep, lead blocker for Dillon, and Dillon punches through. That should be a Where are they going to mark him?
I don't know.
It looked
Part
like
of
he was
me-
able to punch through the traffic.
I think, I don't know, maybe I'm just being pessimistic. I feel like he's not going to get it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. We got fourth down. We're not challenging it or anything. We're just doing the thing. What did you just do?
What happened? Wait, what? What?
Okay, so
What? So, what the? What in the
Okay.
heck is going on?
Stupidity. So the Packers were up there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was basically 4th and a half yards. And the Packers looked like they were lined up. The announcer said at first that it looks like they're trying to draw the Falcons offsides. But punt return by Hughes gets to about the 26-27 for Atlanta. But
Are you kidding me?
so Love then attempts to take the snap from Myers for a QB sneak, and Myers just didn't snap the ball. Just said, "It's mine. You can't have it." I don't know. I would.
We passed our luck again.
I just want to hear whatever cockamamie explanation they're going to have after the game for who screwed that up. That was gross. Just stupid. So, all right, come on. Defense. It's up to you guys now with the 2-point lead.
Yeah.
6:07 to go.
Don't screw
On the
up.
27. Ritter dropping back. More play action for the Falcons. Ritter finding London. Getting up close to midfield.
Don't
Jair.
off.
Jair shoves London, but luckily there's no penalty flag. Yeah, Drake just got himself open against Jair. Some pushing and shoving from both sides. But the Atlanta Falcons are now just beyond midfield. They're on the Green Bay 49. Come on. I like the positivity. Look, Hebel's all right, Joey Badass. Let's go. Let's go. Dial something up. That isn't come on. Ritter again rolling right. And he's got to throw it away. Good. Good. Peter saying bench Myers.
If it's Myers' fault, like if all of this has been Myers.
I honestly have not really ever seen something like that. The only thing that I can think of is that the plan was not to snap the ball at all. And Love improvised, hoping that Myers would understand what was being improvised. In which case, then I can at least justify it for Myers. 2nd and 10, complete to Hollins for about 6. Douglas stopping him. Douglas getting up with a smile.
It was like the toddler. Don't go.
But if the plan was a QB sneak and Myers just didn't snap the ball, yeah, then we about to have some words.
Regardless, there needs to be some more connection or something between Myers and Love. There needs to be, I don't know what they need to do, but I feel like there's just way too much either miscommunication or just
something
yeah, you want connecting.
You want to talk about where chemistry's got to be built. Center to quarterback.
Yeah, no kidding.
Quick slant to Bijan Robinson for a first down for Atlanta. 4:47 to go. What the? All right, Joey Badass. So it's 3rd and 3. They've got Bijan Robinson out wide right playing wide receiver. And in coverage, we put Devondre Campbell 8 yards off. All the bad things are happening. We're playing our stupid ass soft zone. Offense is just nonsense. Bijan with the carry. Gain of 5. And Atlanta being mindful now to continue to run down the clock since they're in field goal range. Like Kebble's saying, definitely the plan was never to snap. Jordan tried to force it. Myers looked at him like, bruh. Yeah, I caught that look from Myers to Love. I interpreted it as though maybe they were complaining to each other about what they thought the snap count was supposed to be. I don't know. That one's going to be asked about in the post-game presser. You can guarantee that. I wish I was in the post-game presser. Couple yards. Going to be third down now for the Falcons. Janelle, this sucks. Agreed. Chris saying, like I've always said, embrace the chaos. Just wish it was the other way. Yeah, right? Right? Be the bringers of chaos, not the victims of chaos. And that's the sad thing is right now the Packers are creating some of their own chaos by being stupid. And that's, the play call from Love to Heath, the quarterback sneak, the defensive play call to have Campbell 8 yards off of Bijan. What's the word you say all the time is malarkey.
Yeah.
Ritter keeping it.
And a first down.
3rd and 3. Ritter keeps it, dances around a few guys in white jerseys. Where are they going to mark that?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
All right, defense.
I mean, they're going to be
pressure's on.
They'll be asking for a
4th and inches. Don't screw up.
Oh, and the play clock is a little bit ahead of the game clock, so the Falcons are going to have to do a play before the 2-minute warning. Challenge. Okay. I mean, right? Yeah, if you're the Falcons, there's nothing lost besides maybe a timeout with this challenge. But Rashawn bit a little too hard on Ritter going to the right.
I agree with you, announcer. They gave him too much.
Just like the Packers giving me too much anxiety with their nonsense.
I don't know. They could back him up. Could be a 4th and 1.
And that's what like Evans was saying. Back him up, perhaps.
That's right.
I don't know. I really like to be optimistic, but when they do stuff that I can't rationalize, it's really, really annoying.
It makes me angry.
I'll give all the forgiveness in the world if I can at least understand what you're doing.
When you just look stupid, it just makes me angry. He's out.
I mean, it looks like that knee is down in that replay.
Down. No, first down. Move him back. 4th and 1.
4th and that's more than 4th and inches. That's 4th and
that's right.
That's 4th and a foot.
That's right. No first down. 4th and 1. Your challenge.
It would be cool. It would be cool if the TV differentiated between like 4th and inches, 4th and feet, 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Move him back.
Okay, 4th and 1. 2:08 to go.
No, 4th and inches.
That's just because they didn't update the thing yet.
11 inches.
I would think. I mean, Atlanta down 2. You're just down 2. Why not kick the field goal and try to take the lead here? Oh, it doesn't matter. Bijan Robinson gets the first.
Do that. Who cares?
All right, so let's catch up on a couple things. Kimmer saying, I'm sorry, but it all goes back to drafting Love. You cannot teach a quarterback to play smart. Love has never played smart. Love has never played. Kimmer. Okay. Kimmer, did you miss the third quarter? Because Love played very intelligently in the third quarter. Now, if we're talking about the fourth quarter, one, it depends on the play call. And I've maligned the call since it happened of Love going to Heath on 3rd and 9 on a 4-yard curl. Was that called to be the first read? Was it like, I don't know. We don't know. We don't even know what the left side of the field was doing because it wasn't on TV. But you want to chalk it up to Love making a poor decision on that play. All right. That's fine. But the QB sneak thing, like, even if it was Love just improvising, like if it's 4th and inches and Love is improvising, then that's between center and quarterback to be on the same page and snap the freaking ball. That's the quarterback's job. The center doesn't get to be the dude in the middle that gets to just override what the quarterback says and be like, nah, I'm good. I want to give it to you. Like, that's not how that works. If the quarterback calls the cue, you do your job, you give the quarterback the ball, and you trust that the quarterback sees the lane to get the sneak, which, frankly, he probably would have considering it was 4th and an inch. So, like, I understand coming out of college, decision-making was a massive problem for Love. It has not been a massive problem through 7 3/4 of quarters of play this season. Like, I get where you're coming from. It used to be a problem, but it's not his intelligence nor his decision-making to this juncture today. And that's where I'm feeling a real disconnect with your comment. I'm not with it. I'm not getting that. The 3rd and 9 call to Heath was terrible in every regard. But I would not say that Love is playing unintelligently today at all. So, yeah, all right. So we make the stop. Atlanta, Green Bay has 2 timeouts left. I would think Atlanta in field goal range is going to take as much time as humanly possible.
Taking our second timeout.
Right. Timeout there. And Kimmer, yeah, I hear you. It is also bad play calling for MLF. Yeah, it is. I mean, 3rd and 9, and you want to do a 4-yard curl? It's stupid. Like, it's just, there's no other way around it. It's stupid. Even if the play was reasonably successful, you probably are not achieving your goal, which means it's stupid. But there's more going on than to say that Love is playing unintelligently. He's not. Most of his reads are the correct reads. And today he's even been accurate for the most part. I'm going to chalk this up to other deficiencies beyond being intelligent. 2nd and 9 for Algier, who continues to power his way forward. And that's going to be Green Bay's last time out to take us to 3rd down. Oh, like Kebble's saying, going to have less than 2 minutes. Ugh, the stress. If they get a first down, let them score and just see what the offense. Okay, so you left down a little bit. Yeah, right? I mean, when you're up 2 and they're going to get a touchdown, or that's what they're attempting to do, there is something to be said in the final 2 minutes for, screw it, just let them score so that we can get the ball back with more time left on the clock, especially given the fact that it's, 2 points. Like, there's something to be said for that theory. I don't know about the advanced data about whether it's smart or not, but I certainly see the logic you're going for, because now the Packers have burned their final 2 timeouts. Bijan did not get that first down.
No, he's got at least a yard.
Yeah.
Not a first down.
Disappointing, but the lack of our starters just was too much, I think. Hard to win when you are missing your best player on your offense and your second best run edge is out. You're making me get negative like Cabbles. And Cabbles, I can't even talk anymore. At this juncture, right in this millisecond right now, let's just assume the worst, right? That they lose this game. That they're not able to pull off some miracle in the minute 19 and they wind up losing this game. The thing is, though, they should have won. Like, that's the problem. Like, they should have won this game. At this point, right, if a loss occurs, they still should have won. In spite of not having Jones or Watson or Bach and losing Elton and losing LVN. Like, it still should have been a win for the Green Bay Packers, assuming a loss. Of course, we're hoping for a miracle. We're hoping for a shank. We're hoping for a Hail Mary. We're hoping for something great.
Too many missteps.
But you take away the 3rd and 9 play. You take away the QB sneak. You take away just the asinine things that don't make sense. Like, and that's what's so frustrating, is they were like, in spite of all of the injuries, in spite of everything against them today, no matter the outcome, they were that close. That close. And they did it to themselves. And that's what I'm going to have the hardest time living with. If it, in fact, goes the way that logic dictates it's going to go in the final minute 23 here. So, I mean, I lean on could have won, but I understand. Yeah, you and I have a very good understanding, like we always seem to, but like, this is one place that I'm having a grand difficulty with today, because here in the 4th quarter, there were a number of decisions that didn't feel correct. And it's not because Aaron Jones wasn't there. It's not because Christian Watson wasn't there. And it's not because David Bakhtiari, Jenkins, or anybody else wasn't there. It's because they just did it wrong. And I have a hard time letting that go when I can't even understand the thing. Yeah, David saying, botch no field goal at the beginning. Yeah. Yes. Remember, in the 1st quarter, I said, like, this could come back to bite them. Because they were sloppy in the beginning. Because they got a delay of game on a field goal. Because everyone on the unit just went stupid temporarily. It's inexcusable. How do you get a delay game on a field goal? Good God.
Come on, Shank.
Yeah, and Peter, the very first mistake on the opening drive. Yes. Yes. I don't know. Here we go. Come on.
Come on, Shank.
25-yard attempt. It's good.
I mean, I hope so. Dear Lord, if you shank that.
Hey, you missed an extra point earlier.
I know. Nikes.
Yeah, you tried the wind machine. All right, Kimmer saying we lost like you said we should have won. Yeah, there you and I are in complete agreement, Kimmer. Now, in the final minute, am I hoping for the best? Do I want Jordan Love to have his first 4th career comeback? 100,000,000%. Yes. But if the Packers lose this game, it's because they lost this game.
Yes.
Because they went stupid at the times that you can't go stupid. All right, come on. All right, enough of that. All right, I'm gonna release the demons. I feel a little bit better. 57 seconds to go. We're gonna hope for the best. William saying the legend of Jordan Love is about to begin. Y'all heard it here first. I love that. I love it. I love it, William. 57 seconds to go. 57 seconds to go. I don't see a yard line yet. Ayahuasca data scientist. We can do this.
Yes. Here's the kickoff.
All right, come on, Keyshawn. Oh, no, you don't even get the chance. 9 yards
Just
deep.
say, what have another Keyshawn like return touchdown? That would be amazing.
Man.
But
all right, come on.
The chance. They knew it.
J Love. I mean, this is where you build a legacy, right? Start number 2. It's like, well, as QB1, let's say that officially career start 3. But week 2, this is where you build that legacy. Come on. Woo. Positive vibes, everybody. Positive juices. Let's get this win. Down 1, 57 seconds to go.
Not starting.
Incomplete. That's all right. That's right. You got 3 more downs to try again. That's the cool thing. You just keep trying. Incomplete to Reed. Missed connection there between Love and Reed. Second and 10. Come on. And really, and keep in mind too, yes, there's no timeouts, but all you really got to do is get into field goal range.
Come on.
The pass rush got there at the end. Love got rid of it. He got rid of it. Ugh. So the initial pressure came against our backups. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Come on. Third down. 3rd and 10. 48 seconds to go. Love dropping back. Love getting rid of it. Tried to get it to Dobbs. Well, and Atlanta's getting after him more than they've gotten after him basically all game. They're in the stance of unleash the hounds now. Yeah, Love. Come on, man. 4th down. 42 seconds. Come on. Come on. Ball is snapped. Empty backfield. Love across the middle.
Caught.
That's caught. That's caught. Get up to the line.
Let's go. Run it up. Run it up.
Go, 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 go. What now? Why is the clock stopped? We have a flag.
Are you kidding me?
We have a flag.
What is it?
Illegal shift.
Screw off.
I'm sorry. Can we see this illegal shift, please? He wasn't set. Yeah, Jaden Reed wasn't set. I mean, we can hate it, but that is true. Like you can't. Wide receivers have to set themselves for a certain duration of time, and then the ball can be snapped. And Reed didn't do it. Well, what now? Why are we even bothered looking at this play?
Who cares?
There's a pre-snap penalty.
Who cares? What's
Well,
the
hold on. I think it's. Oh, that's not going to be complete.
So what's the problem? Is it done? Are we done now?
No. Well.
Why does that matter?
Well, just hold on. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. So, okay, because technically it wasn't considered a pre-snap penalty. It was considered a live ball penalty. And what that means is that because there's a challenge, the Falcons can, if it's pre-snap, you don't have a choice. Like pre-snap penalties have to occur, right? So if it was a pre-snap penalty, then the Packers would essentially redo 4th down 5 yards back. But because it's considered a live ball penalty, the Falcons have the option to decline and actually carry out what occurred on 4th down. And that's exactly what just happened. So the Falcons are declining the penalty because it was incomplete to Toure. Stupid. Like that's the word of the day in my mind. There were flashes. There were flashes in this game of the team that the Packers can be. And they did that in spite of not having Watson, Jones, Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins for most of the game, Luke Van Ness. Like, they showed in spurts what they can be, regardless of injuries all over the place. The thing that is so frustrating for all of us is, in spite of all of those injuries, this is a game that the Packers should have won. Like, it's just that simple. A few things, like change the play calls, or a few different decisions, or Josh Myers snaps the ball for a quarterback sneak. That would be neat. Those things go the other way, and we could be watching a different game result. But because they didn't go that way, like that's the thing. Like, if the Packers were missing all of these guys, right? Like, all of their stars on offense are out. And then they play this game and they try their darndest, but they're just not good enough. So the Falcons beat them by 10 or beat them by 20, whatever. Then that's one thing. Then we can just look at it and go, okay, the baby Packers weren't ready. The loss of the stars really, really matters. But that's not what happened. Instead, the Packers showed that even without Watson, even without Jones, even without Bakhtiari, they are enough to beat a team like the Falcons. They are good enough to beat like the Falcons, even without those stars.
If we're not stupid.
But that's not what they did. They allowed other things to get in their way. They rushed. They overthought. They didn't snap the goddamn ball. And that's what's so frustrating about this loss. And this one's going to bother me. Because it wasn't just that they weren't good enough, it's that they were. And then they just lost it. I don't know, friends. I don't know. At the end of the day, the Green Bay Packers are going to come out of today 1-1. And that's that. I'm going to have a video out tomorrow. Going to do a video recap video tomorrow. Maybe if this gets enough to me tonight, maybe I'll put on a review video tonight. Who the freak knows? We got something going on later tonight, but maybe I'll find time. Maybe I'll be sitting here at my station at 1:30 in the morning, just feeling the need to go off. I don't know. We'll find out. But hey, regardless, for sure I'll have something out tomorrow looking at this game. And assessing it. You can bet your bottom dollar you're going to hear that spiel again. This is a frustrating one, folks, but really, really thankful that you were here. You, whoever I'm speaking to right now, really thankful that you were here. We appreciate it endlessly. This was a lot of fun. So next week,
noon.
Yeah, next week, noon game, home opener, Packers, Saints. Noon game next week, Sunday. You betcha I'll be right here. She'll probably join us for the second half again because that stupid work thing gets in the way. But I'll be here. And you know what? Videos all this week. Probably once we figure out our life schedule this week, there's going to be a live Q&A on some night this week as well. Of course, I'll get out advance notice of that too. So if you're here just for the watch parties and don't watch my other content, first of all, start watching the other content. But second of all, thank you. Thank you endlessly. I will see you tomorrow with some regularly scheduled content. Take care of yourselves, y'all. Go have a good night. Go hug a loved one. That's what we do, right? Thanks, everybody. And as always, go Pack, go.